right, you guys. L.O.T.S approved media. Listen, we have a special guest in the house tonight. You heard me? A comrade of Billion Berg, of Iceberg, DJ, well-known DJ.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate
I'm gonna go ahead and let you introduce yourself.
What's going on, man? It's your boy DJ Killa K, representing that live house, Dade County, Miami, Florida. High vibers. Yeah, and I'm here, man. Appreciate you having me, man.
That part, man. It's a pleasure to have you.
It's been a long time.
You got the high vibers on.
Yeah, man. That's the frequency. That's the wave. That's what we on. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, you know, the merch and even deeper than the merch. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lifestyle, man. You know, trying to raise people vibrations through the music. You know, through the lifestyle, through everything. You know, that's the wave we on, man. Raising your vibration.
Raise the vibration.
Raise the vibration.
Raise the frequency.
Raise the frequency.
Niggas vibing high. Raise the frequency. That's that part.
Yeah.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is I have an intro.
For sure.
I'm finna do the intro.
Run it.
All right. I am the incomparable, the off the imitate, but cannot be duplicated. The one that took their style from the elected, appointed voice of the streets. I go by the name L.O.T.S approved. That is an acronym. That stands for the Lord of the streets, the leader of the streets, learn off the streets, living off the streets. When I say living off the streets, I'm referring to eating off the land. We are hustlers, so we eat what we kill here. That part. All right, and this is powered by L.O.T.S approved media. I want to welcome everybody to the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 129. All right, with a special guest, DJ Killa.
What's going on? Yeah, man. DJ Killa K, man. I'm here, man.
What's up, man? So it's a pleasure once again to have you in the building,
one more time. Appreciate you having me, man. I love, you know, platforms like this. I love, you know what I'm saying, supporting real shit. You know, real lifers, real, you know, just real in the world of artificial intelligence right now. It's just great to always, you know, come across people who just, you know, really grounded, really in the shit I'm into. Yeah, really on the frequency I'm on.
That part. Know? This is the time of the AI.
Yeah.
You can't even tell what's real and what's fake.
You can't tell what's real. You can't tell what's fake right now. It's crazy out there, though. But you know, I'm just really just trying to stay grounded, stay in the real life. You know what I'm saying?
In the real life.
Yeah, in the real life.
Yeah, we the real deal. We not AI though. We definitely not artificial intelligence. We are live. You could pinch a nigga, no diddy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so last time I seen you, bro?
Man, you pulled up at the club. You pulled up at the club. You know what I'm saying? You always, you know, that's kind of how we kind of got, you know, tied in. You know what I'm saying? Pulling up on me at the club, chopping it up. You know how it go. So yeah,
strip club. You know, Miami is a strip club.
Facts.
This is a strip club haven.
Facts.
Strip club culture.
Facts. Might be the capital.
This is the capital.
I mean, you know, I ain't been to many other places. You know what I mean? To whereas the strip club culture is like ours, so it just might be the capital. This
is why I said we the capital of strip clubs, right? You have Atlanta.
Yeah.
I mean, but we set the trend for Atlanta.
Facts.
And niggas in New York never had strip clubs.
Okay.
Right? I think they had everybody has strip clubs, but not to the degree that they have it now and the way that they have the girls now, right?
100%.
And we set the trend for the girls. So you in the strip club.
Yeah.
I could talk to you, bro.
Come on.
That part. This man is strip club DJ and
yeah, just to give you a backstory on the strip club, like my DJ, if you want to say career or my the beginning or where I started, right, actually started in the strip clubs. Most DJs, they might start with a house party or in a garage or high school parties, you know what I mean? Me, it's kind of like backwards. My first jumping on the mic, turntables was in a strip club, you know what I mean? So that's all I kind of know. You know, it kind of been going at it for maybe like 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
So
in the strip clubs.
Your inception was in the strip club.
Industry, yeah, because see how it happened for me, I started with the mixtapes, right? This was around DJ Drummer era, the DJ Smalls era, the DJ Clue, when mixtapes was hot. So back then, I'll just run it back I'll start from the beginning. So back then I wasn't DJing, right? I was in the streets hustling, doing my little thing, right? Through hustling, and I met some DJs who were already prominent in the city, right? DJing and putting out mixtapes, so on and so forth. So then for me, like I was always into music. I loved music, you know what I'm saying? But I just, I didn't know how to, this was like being a DJ coming from where I was, in the streets or whatever. It was just a far-fetched idea because I didn't, if I want to say from a kid, like it wasn't what I wanted to do I wanted to play basketball. You get me? So I kind of started late with the DJing. Like
That's my first love. I love basketball.
Yeah, I started late. Like I didn't start till college, you know what I'm saying, for the most part, really DJing or taking it serious. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So long story short story long, I'm in the streets doing my thing, you know what I mean, selling my little bags or whatever, and I come up on some DJs and I meet some DJs, so they already into it. They putting out mixtapes, they doing their thing, they in the city popping. They got a little studio, so I'm like, damn, instead of sitting in the trap all day, y'all pulling up on me, let me come to the studio and I just, post up with it, and I just want to be in there, just to get out the trap. So then I get to the studio now and I'm rocking with these DJs and they making mixtapes, they doing everything. So then I seen like in that era, if you want to say like the drama era or like to say the DJ Smalls era, that era of mixtapes, right? It didn't necessarily have to be a blend tape. Whereas you on the turntables and you blending music, right? It was more like precursor to albums, to where I say you could just put some tracks together, right? Get you a host, get you a tag, and put it out. Of course, the blend tapes still were in existence, but for the most part, it was just little or if you want to say albums, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Before it was just albums. So you just put the tracks together and then put your tag on it for the most part. So then you could actually just do it in the Pro Tools. You didn't even need turntables for the most part, right? So that's how I started. I took my little weed money, bought me an inbox, bought me a computer, right? I was in the studio, I tell you, these DJs, and I'm just watching, I'm just soaking up a game, and I'm just saying, damn, they just doing it in the Pro Tools for the most part, how you would, do a song for the most part. So learned how to do it, bought my little inbox, bought my little computer, and then I put together my first mixtape. All right, my first mixtape, and I named it Dope Boy Music, right? Because at the time, Gucci was hot, Jeezy was hot. It was that trap era, right? And that's all I was listening to. So for me, I wanted to put together a mixtape including local artists from Miami, rep the city with, the Jeezys, the Guccis, and, anything related to trap music. I wanted to create a mixtape for, you get me? So then I came up with Dope Boy Music. Boom. Put out my first mixtape. I don't want to be jumping around, so I hope it's making, what I'm saying?
Making sense.
Okay,
I didn't want to pause.
Yeah, so boom. So I put out my first mixtape. Yeah, because it's been a long time. I've been doing this for a long time, man.
It's an interesting story to say the least.
Yeah, so boom. All right, boom. I'm in the mixtapes now, right? I put out my first mixtape. I named it Dope Boy Music. The concept I took was from Cocaine Cowboys. Because around the time I'm putting this mixtape out, Cocaine Cowboys, the DVD, is huge in the hood. Before I want to say the bootleg, because it didn't even really come out, but it was on bootleg, so it's huge in the hood. Everybody, Cocaine Cowboys, damn. I didn't know it was like that. So I'm like, damn, this is big in the hood. Let me take some excerpts.
When Cocaine Cowboys came out?
It had to be a good 15 years ago, something like that. Yeah, man, if you could Google it.
It's definitely a staple, man.
Yeah.
Some about drug dealer movies,
yeah,
documentaries, whatever.
And this was before it even, because they came out with it officially. I don't know if it was like a real DVD or in the movies, but this was just like a bootleg in the hood, Cocaine Cowboys. So what I did, right, I'm like, damn, I need a concept for my mixtape. I snatched some excerpts from Cocaine Cowboys. All right, so it was like, little excerpts or whatever, my little intro, my outro, stuff like that. I got a host at the time. Smitty was hot. I don't know if y'all remember Diamonds on My Neck. Diamonds on My Neck.
Smitty, listen, so Smitty was Little Haiti, and I remember there was some controversy behind Smitty too, man, at one point. Wasn't Smitty out there, he was fucking with Dr. Dre?
Yeah, well, he still is. He still is. Yeah, he still is. I haven't talked to him in years, but for the most part, like, the last time we talked,
is he Haitian though? No, I don't think he's Haitian though.
Is he? I believe he's Haitian.
He's Asian.
Yeah, he's Haitian. I believe. You know, it was a little controversy today.
I don't know. There's some controversy.
I ain't talked to him in years. You feel me? So
I'm not even.
But I believe
I'm
that.
I'm not insinuating that. I'm like, listen, man. Don't shoot the messenger, bro. This is like I'm just telling you how, and I'm not even trying to add nothing. Don't put some paint where it ain't.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Nah, but I believe
it was something that I heard. It was like controversy with him. I don't know if it was some Zoe Pound shit.
Nah, he was going through it.
It was something. There was some issue, but I know at one point he was in Cali with Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's a ghostwriter?
Yeah, he definitely is a ghostwriter.
That's what big time. Okay.
Big.
Okay then.
Big ghostwriter right now. You know, behind a lot of big records or whatever. But at the time, Diamonds on My Neck was hot, so I got a host.
That shit was not. I like that song.
Yeah, Diamonds on My Neck was hot. So
who made that?
That was Swizz. That was Swizz on the beat.
I had to mention that because that was Swizz. It was a Swizz type of production.
Yeah, it was Swizz on the beat.
Swizz beat with the samples.
Yeah,
like how you say that?
And then this was
repeat the samples.
And then at the time, I believe this was like one of the first Biggie samples or Biggie, if you want to say.
Listen, not to cut your wisdom. Hold that thought. You know what I mean? Swizz is the only nigga that be getting the big samples.
Yeah.
Like the Jay-Z.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
He's able to access them shits.
Yeah. So it was a big record.
I don't think a lot of people even noticed that. Mark don't know that.
It was a big record.
My nigga Mark don't know that. I'm gonna put that nigga on, boy. Mark, I put you on, boy.
It was a big record. It was a big record at the time. And you know, I had a relationship with his DJ, which the DJs I'm talking about was actually his DJ at the time. Shout him out, DJ EFX. So they in there making mixtapes for the most part. Boom. I dropped my first mixtape. I had Smitty host it. I took Cocaine Cowboys, top trap songs at the time that I loved. Boom, put out my first mixtape, right? So back then, now I remember we making physical copies. You know what I'm saying? We making physical copies. All you young dudes in the game right now. Back then, we was actually pressing up our mixtapes and going out and selling them, right?
Kodak spoke about that too.
Yeah. This was different times, you know what I mean? Before the streaming era.
Kodak said a lot of people, I think he was giving reference to like people who come in the game now, you don't really have to do too much.
He just got a point.
He come from the time we had to pass out CDs,
so we pressing up our own mixtapes. I pressed up my first mixtape, Dope Boy Music Volume 1. At the time, you had a couple of distribution shops in the city, like in the flea market, where they sell bootlegs and they sell mixtapes, and you know. So I took my first mixtape, dropped it in all the flea markets. You know what I mean? This was Miami Gardens had a flea market, Liberty City, everywhere. I dropped all my mixtapes, and you know, boom. So now the mixtape. So I guess one day, one of the stores I drop it in, he's playing it. Right? He's playing it for the whole. If I want to say one of the producers is in the flea market.
And you got your tag on it?
I got my tag.
DJ Killa on the tag?
I got my tags. It's my mixtape, right?
I just took the flea market. Which one? The USA?
This was Miami Gardens. The Miami Gardens.
You talking about 183rd?
183rd. Yeah. Shouts out to my dog X when he had the
legendary flea market.
Yeah, when he had the
talking about legendary.
When he had the CD store in there. I dropped it off.
Talking about, boy.
Yeah, so he in there, he playing the mixtape, because you gotta remember.
Wait. You talking about bro that had the hole in his neck?
Yeah,
that's my dog, right? You talking about X. Yeah, that's my dog.
The dog X. All right, boom. So he had the CD shop in the flea.
Yeah.
So he playing my mixtape. He playing my mixtapes, kid. I remember, like, I mixed it with local artists too. So, you know, at the time it was a dope little concept. Yeah. You feel me? You hear Gucci and then you hear a Billion Berg. You know what I'm saying? Right back to back. So mixtape kind of going good. He playing it. So just so happens the producers happen to be in the flea market. Why? I don't know. So they walking by the store and they hear the excerpts. You gotta remember, this is a bootleg though. It hasn't came out in movies yet. It's a bootleg. So then they walk into the store and I'm like, damn, what's that? And then he's telling me, oh no, it's a mixtape or whatever. He's like, yo, how in the hell did he take our excerpt? You know what I'm saying? So X give me
talking about the Cocaine Cowboys.
Yeah, Cocaine Cowboys.
So the shit ain't come out yet.
It ain't come out yet.
You put on your
remember
shit
I tell you it's on bootleg. Remember bootlegs? I don't know for the young generation, but bootlegs was hot. It was on bootleg, right? It was on boot. Wasn't out in the movies. They ain't pressed up nothing real of it yet. It was just strictly on bootleg. So they're about to go official with it, right?
Okay.
They in the flea market. They hear it. They like, damn. I guess they go in there. They grab the tape. X give them the tape. I got my information on there. One day I'm chilling. Boom, I get a call from them. And I'm thinking like, damn, I messed up. I'm on some copyright infringement type vibes. Woo, woo, woo. Mm-hmm. And they not. They like, they opposite. They like, damn, we want you to be part of the promotion. Right? So they end up calling me. Boom, I go down. They had a little office on South Beach. This is all gonna connect, right? When I get to the
who that white man that's always in everybody's video?
Who that?
From the Cocaine Cowboys with the long hair.
Damn, I forget buddy name. Yeah, I forget buddy name. But the producer or the people behind it, I believe the name was Rakator. Okay. Boom. All right, so boom, they hear my mixtape. I'm down in their office. I'm thinking they calling me down there, wanting them to sue me for copyright infringement. They wanted to put me part of the promotional team. Boom. Fast forward now. Just on the strength of that, I'm like, damn, I could do this. That's what gave me the battery in my back. You get me? Haven't touched the turntable yet, though. Because you got to remember, I told you how I made it through the Pro Tools.
Nah, listen, I'm listening to the story, right? That's how, let me tell you, I'm a type person since I got to interact.
Yeah.
Right? But the thing is, I was kind of trying to figure out, I'm like, damn, this nigga said he had the Pro Tools and then he got the tag going. I don't hear nothing about DJing. And then the shit was, I'm like, you probably missed that part.
That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to get to how I ended up in the strip club being the first, my foray in the DJing.
So you got on with the Cocaine Cowboys thing.
I got on, long story short, short story long, I got on through the mixtapes, right? So after I did Dope Boy Music 1, I'm like, damn, I could really do this. I dropped Dope Boy 2. Dope Boy 3.
Is there a lot of DJs that do it like that?
What you mean?
Like they don't even have to DJ like the mixtape era was
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Because I remember you could put it together in the Pro Tools.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
He fucked my brain up just now, bro.
Yeah, because if you go back and you listen to like say certain DJs, it wasn't no blending or nothing. It was just the tag in the record. Tag in the record. Tag in the record, right? Tag in the record. You still had, that's why I say the difference. You have blend tapes that you actually do on the turntables, and they recording you. You feel I'm trying to say? You doing your thing and you mixing, and then you put the tape out. Those are blend tapes.
Yeah, that's some new
got
shit.
Popular
Popular
by New York DJs. You feel me? All the Tony Touch and all them boys. They used to make blend tapes, to whereas it'd be like basically they just recording themselves rocking the party, but it's still you blending the songs. You know what I mean? The mixtapes, you just putting your tag, putting the song together, and putting them out. So I say all that to say, I dropped Dope Boy 1. I still haven't touched the turntable, right?
So how many years you in now? You ain't touched the turntable yet, bro.
It took me about a year. Year.
So you was DJ Killa.
Of course, I put out a mixtape, DJ Killa K.
So you never DJ'd a party?
Never DJ'd a party, never DJ'd nothing, dog. Closest I ever got to was putting together mixes for my damn self.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I never DJ'd nothing. Boom, I put out the mixtape. Cocaine Cowboys hit me. I'm like, damn, oh shit, I could probably do something. I dropped Dope Boy 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I go crazy in the city, right? I go crazy. From then, by the time I got to like Dope Boy 10, right, they calling me. Come do this party. We need your DJ here. I still haven't touched the turntable yet, bruh. You feel me? But my mixtapes is going crazy.
Hey, this is a crazy story. Yeah. I didn't think the story. I didn't expect. I'm real. I didn't expect the story, man. Let me wake up a little bit. I didn't expect the story to go like this.
Mixtapes is going crazy in the city. Dope Boy Music. Anybody who know anybody was around in that time in that era.
So when people ask you, are you a DJ? Before, not to cut your wisdom, because it's a real story.
Yeah.
Sometimes gotta intervene.
Yeah.
Now, so throughout this whole time, nobody was approaching you to ask you to DJ for them, and you dropping the mixtape.
I'm dropping the mixtape. Like, nobody going crazy. They just want to get on my mixtape. How do I get on your mixtape?
But nobody's telling you come DJ a party for me.
It wasn't until I got to like Dope Boy 10 to as the mixtape started getting big.
Okay.
And then they like, yo, DJ Killa K, can you come DJ there? Can you come, you know what I'm saying, do this for us? So for the most part, I'm like, damn, I can't DJ. Mixtapes is hot, but shit lit, right? Shit lit, but I really can't DJ.
You know, you like rock. You know, Eric B. They said Eric B. didn't know how to DJ. They said Eric B. was faking it
Yeah.
on the tree.
All right, so boom. Now it's getting hot, and I'm like, damn, I'm doing this, but I don't want to disrespect the art.
Yeah.
I don't want to put DJ in front of my name. And when it comes time to DJ,
This is a funny story.
I'm looking crazy.
You a wicked DJ. You a
all right,
You a
so,
good
bro,
DJ like
I
that,
would get to where the really wanting to do this at. Like, you know what I'm saying? Comes in, really wanting to get it off the muscle. Like, nah, I'm really trying to do this. One day, I'm just in my crib smoking, bagging up mixtapes, and I'm like, damn, I really got to learn how to do this. But, you know, I'm a for self nigga. I'm not going to ask nobody or beg anybody. So I just get on the pipe or the phone. I get on the phone, and I just Google DJ school. Just out of nowhere, I'm like, DJ school. Boom. Jam Master J Academy. Come up. I'm like, oh, damn, you can go to school for DJ? Click on the site. Boom, Jam Master J. So turns out Jam Master J started a DJ school, right? To where you could, from scratch, learn how to DJ. They teach you from baby touching the record, putting a needle on. Like, if you never ever DJ'd in your life, you could come to this school, and by the time you graduate, you know all the inner workings of becoming a DJ.
What year this was?
Damn, that's a good question, bro. This had to be, shit, when did I come back from college? This had to be like maybe 2009, 10, around there, maybe 8. You know, it's been a long time, right? It's been a long time. So boom, DJ school pop up. I click on it. Damn, shit's in LA. I'm like, oh, fuck. I scroll down some more. Oh, we got more locations. Shit fucked around and said Miami. I said, oh, shit.
A Jam Master J school.
Jam Master J Academy for DJs. Miami.
This story crazy, bro.
Miami.
This nigga said he went to the Jam Master J school. So
yes, so
you see how powerful manifestation is.
That's what I'm saying. How I really
want manifested his shit, and then he took a course of action.
Yes. How I really wanted to do this shit. I was really serious about becoming a DJ, dog. Yeah. Boom, DJ school come up. I scroll down, the shit say Miami. I click on it. This was at the time. It was in Wynwood.
Okay.
So they had a DJ school in Wynwood. I'm living in Liberty City at the time. Google, damn, that shit, I could just hop on the jitney. I'll be there and boom. So took my little mixtape money and my little weed money, put myself in DJ school, right? Put myself in DJ school. Mixtape's going crazy, so now I'm going to DJ school, learning the basics. Still dropping mixtapes. One of my mixtapes get in the hands of, at the time, he was a legendary DJ in Miami, DJ Crunch One, right? Coco's, 5 days a week, had it lit, going crazy.
Remember Crunch One?
All right, had it going crazy.
Crunch One used to be, D-Lo member, rest in peace, Planet, dog. Rest in peace, Planet, God damn it. My co-host.
Yeah, whoever was outside at the time, you knew of DJ Crunch One. So Crunch One, my mixtape gets into Crunch One's hands, right? He reaches out to me. He thinking I'm from out of town, right? Because I'm going crazy, like, just going crazy. He thinking, nah, I ain't no Miami nigga putting out mixtapes like this, you know what I'm saying? So he hit me and he's like, yo, I want to collaborate on the mixtape, boom, boom, boom. Where you at? Where you from? I'm like, dog, at the time I'm living down south. I'm like, I'm in Miami, I'm down south. He's like, oh, for real? Let's plug up, man. Come to Coco's. I want to, you know what I mean? So boom. Go to Coco's. I get introduced to DJ Crunch One. At the time, he's the head of Street Connect DJs, which at the time was probably the biggest or one of the first.
Yeah, I remember Crunch One. Crunch One used to be around Scotty Boy and them, man.
Yeah. Scotty, that's my nigga, man. That's how I met Scotty Boy, through Crunch One. Through Crunch One. All right. At the time, he had a Street Connect DJs, which is the biggest DJ coalition at the time in Miami. Yeah. But they all in the strip clubs. You feel me? DJ Tight, DJ Meat, all the big DJs.
Who was a part of that DJ Code? Wasn't DJ Nasty a part of them too? Who's a part of that shit?
It was
a lot of people
Crunch
part of that.
One. Yeah, it was a lot. It was Crunch One, DJ Meat, DJ Phil, DJ Tight, DJ Kid. I can go on. DJ Juice. It was basically just us and Jam Squad. Cause Jam Squad was Sam Sneak, DJ Lucky C, and us. We were like the two DJ, if you want to say, coalitions at the time in the city. So Crunch One, get my mixtape. I go to Kogo's, I meet Crunch One. Come to find out he, just the Street Connect period, they in all the strip clubs. All the strip clubs. You know what I'm saying? So he approached me like, Killa K, do I want to get down with Street Connect? And at the time, I'm like, hell yeah, why not? You know what I'm saying? Boom. He put me down with Street Connect.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to Kogo's, just chilling with Crunch One. At the time, I'm still in DJ school, though. All this is happening around the same time. I'm putting myself through DJ school. I meet up with DJ Crunch One, Street Connect. He put me down with Street Connect. They run in the strip clubs. You get what I'm trying to say? This is all happening at the same time. Boom, I'm in Kogo's one day, and I'm just chilling in the booth with Crunch One. And then Crunch like, Kate, hold it down. I got to go to the bathroom. And I'm looking at the mic like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? I kind of know how to DJ. I'm basically, you know what I'm saying? But he just threw it on me.
This moment. Hold on. So this is the first time you're going to touch the turntable?
First time. I'm practicing. Not in no club, though. I'm going to school, and I'm practicing at school.
How long have you been, that's the question. How long have you been practicing before you go touch these people's
Shit,
turntables?
This is probably 8 months.
8 months.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I was in because at DJ school you got a 101, a 102, a 103, and a 104, and you graduate.
Okay.
Well, this is 102. I'm 102.
You was only on stage 2.
Yeah, I was only on stage 2, like
that's
after
enough,
the basics.
That's enough for us.
Yeah, after the basics.
But niggas like us, that's enough.
Exactly. I'm after the basics. Boy,
stage 2, a nigga already done. I already done pre-stage 3 and 4. I already done peeped all that shit and asked all the questions. I'm ready to fucking abort. I'm ready to jump out this shit and go into the work field.
Yeah.
But the thing is now, the motherfucking you about to touch the turntables. Let's get back to that part. Right
yeah.
There,
so Crunch is like, "K, I'm about to go to the bathroom. Hold it down." Him thinking I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't expressed to him that I'm just started and all that. I'm just, we just meeting.
So you ain't telling, because dog, you brave, dog, because you ain't telling the man nothing.
No,
you ain't telling the man nothing.
I'm not telling him nothing.
He's
assuming.
You learning on the. I call it learning on the job.
Mm-hmm.
You learning on the job, right? You get the job, but you learn it but you still take the job.
Yes.
Go ahead. We'll talk about that towards the end. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah. So boom, he go to the bathroom. He like, "K, hold it down." Knees is shaking. Oh shit, this nigga. What? Hold it down? So then I just said, fuck it. I go to talking to him. I'm talking all soft and you know what I'm saying? Fucking it up and shit.
But this is quite the
you know what I'm saying? Strawberry, I need you to the main stage. So you know what I'm saying? Because it's the strip club lingo.
Shout out to all my Libras.
It's the strip club lingo too. I'm starting with. You know what I'm saying? And I'm starting with all my party people. Throw your hands up. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting with Strawberry. I need you on the main stage. Thank you so much. You could bring it on down.
So you know the list at least. You know to call out the list
because I'm watching Crunch One. Yeah, because exactly. Because I've been in the booth a couple times by this time, just being with Street Connect and Crunch One. So this is probably like my 3rd time just chilling in the booth.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember too, like I'm also trying to learn too. I'm in the booth. I'm not just in the booth chilling. I'm trying to learn. That's why I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to learn. So I'm in the booth watching. So whatever, he tell me hold it down. And then I guess I'm fucking up. So he come back and he hear, but he don't tell me. But I guess he kind of knew like, damn, this nigga can't really DJ. So from then, he just kind of took me under his wing. You get me? He just took me under his wing and he's like, nah, K, you got to do it like this. This how you mix. This how you do it. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, but I'm still going to school to get the fundamentals of it. Because how they was doing it in the strip clubs, a lot of shortcuts. Whereas you could even rock from your computer. You don't need no turntables.
Yeah, it's
you know
a
what I'm trying to say?
game.
Yeah, you could there's a lot of shortcuts. But they
the
rocking the party, but it's really your mic. in the strip club.
So as you a DJ, are you a traditional DJ? Are you the new millennial DJ, Gen Z DJ? Like you just rock with a tablet, you don't need 2 turntables?
Because I went to school.
Okay.
I'm a traditional DJ now.
Okay.
Get what I'm trying to say? If I didn't go to school, who knows? But because I had the forethought to go to Jam as the J Academy, right?
Yeah.
I'm in the strip clubs, but I'm still getting the fundamentals. And I'm learning like, okay, damn, they just use shortcuts over here, but they don't know how to count bars. They don't know what a baby scratch is. They don't know what a transformer scratch is at the time, right? Because in Miami, in strip clubs, you got to remember, well, I don't know. Strip clubs in Miami, didn't necessarily always have turntables in them. They just used to rock off the computer, right? Mm-hmm. As I'm coming in, the same time I'm coming in is when they're ushering, getting turntables in the strip clubs.
Okay.
You get what I'm trying to say? So I'm like, it's like merging at the same time for the most part. So it was also a benefit for me too. You get what I'm trying to say? But if I would have started in there, I would have never got the turntables. I would have just been rocking from a laptop. That's how they was doing it. But this is going on. I'm going through school. Crunch is putting me down. So I'm getting the traditional way and I'm getting the strip club way.
My thing is, that's what I'm trying to ask you, because you a DJ, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm a firm believer, don't do nothing that you don't love, right?
Yeah.
Because it becomes real work. So I believe that you a real DJ. You love DJing. Is that safe to say?
100%. 100%.
So now you being part of the culture, right? This is a simple question. How you feel about DJing as a whole, as in like what it used to be traditionally? And they used to have those DJs out there that's traditional, versus what's going on right now. Do you care about how they're doing it?
I don't care. I don't care.
It's not hurting what you do, right?
To me, I'm not one. To me, as long as you can rock a party, you a DJ.
That part.
I don't care if you do it on your tablet. I don't
part.
care if you do. I don't care if you got your playlist and you got the aux, and you know what I'm trying to say. Like, because it's certain elements. Like, you could be a raw, super dope scratcher, but your song selection is trash. You could have great song selection, but you can't transition. You could be have great song selection, super transition, but you never talk on the mic. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's all different aspects of it. So where one person might be lacking in one aspect, I wouldn't like talk down on him or say he's not a DJ. As long as you can get in front of a crowd and rock a party, at least 30 minutes to an hour set, you a DJ. However you doing it, whether you pressing buttons, whether you set up your playlist, however it is, that's what I consider a great DJ.
So since now, but what is it? There has to be something that you don't like about
now. But that goes into after that, right? After that, it's levels, just like it's levels to everything, right? Mm-hmm. How much do you respect the art form? Mm-hmm. You get what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. Because it's also an art form. How much do you respect the art form? Do you respect the art form enough to really learn the fundamentals, right? That's a case by case. You know what I'm trying to say? That's a case by case. Me personally, yes, right? Mm-hmm. I respect the art form, so I'm going to learn the fundamentals. I'm going to start from the beginning. I'm going to start from the turntables. I'm going to know who Grandmaster Flash is. I'm going to know who Tony Touch is. I'm going to really do my research before I call myself a DJ, or you know what I mean? That's just me personally.
Who's your favorite DJ?
I got a couple.
Amongst the Funk Flexes. Funk Flex is fire.
Yeah, Flex an OG. Flex an OG. Flex an OG.
It's a different type of vibe.
For me, my most influential.
Start with Miami too.
Start with Miami.
Yeah. Start Uncle Al's.
Uncle Al got to be up there because he the OG of the street DJing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Uncle Al, I give Crunch One. You know what I'm saying? Because got to remember, Crunch One came up under Uncle Al.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I kind of got that lineage too because I came up under Crunch One. Sugar Hill DJs. They was all in the clique. You know what I'm saying?
The mixtapes, man.
Yeah, they was all in the same clique. So I give it to Al, Crunch. I looked up to Al, Crunch. Of course, Khaled. There's a lot, man, who Entice. A lot of OD DJs, but who I would say had the most influence on me was DJ Drama.
Okay.
Because the mixtapes. You know, remember I started doing the mixtapes. I emulated or tried to emulate what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? So I say DJ Drama for the most part, but Khaled too though. You know what I mean? Khaled, Sam Sneak also, because gotta remember too, I'm late with it. Sam and all these boys is already lit. You know what I'm saying? So I used to go Diamonds, sit in the corner, listen to Sam Sneak, listen to DJ Ace at King of Diamonds. I don't know if y'all was out there in them times. You feel me? DJ Ace, King of Diamonds. Yeah, King of Diamonds, DJ Ace. I used to go in and listen to these niggas.
Ain't no strip club in Miami, boy. Every motherfucker, I don't care how many times they change their name, location, I don't care what. King of Diamonds, Diamonds, the Queen of Diamond.
I don't want to I don't want to leave anybody out, but those are a couple names I kind of looked up to for the most part when I was getting into it. Yeah, man. So I'm hoping drawing everything together, but that's how it kind of started for me. So when I say I put out mixtapes before I ever touched the turntables, and I started in the strip club. That's why I started in the strip club, because I came from just putting out mixtapes, right? I didn't come from house parties or so on and so forth. That day crunch was like, okay, I'm going to the bathroom, jump on the mic was my first inception in a club, DJing for a crowd, anything. And then I just stayed. I just stayed at it. From there.
You started DJing in Coco's?
Coco's, 100%. Then from Coco's.
Coco's was a death trap, right?
It built me though. I ain't gonna lie to you. It definitely.
Coco's.
It definitely built me though. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. Like it definitely gave me my stripes.
Niggas fought with Coco's. I never had no issues, but I know some people that had issues in Coco's. But that's a lot of places.
You know, and then RP to Coco's because it's of course it don't exist
so
no
how did
more.
the office shut down?
I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure. I don't know the behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying, behind it or whatever. But yeah, Coco's ain't there no more. RP to Coco's. But yeah, so I started in Coco's and then I just never stopped from Coco's. I got a job around the corner at Foxy Lady. Right, so
Foxy Ladies?
Yeah, Foxy Ladies.
You was at Foxy Ladies,
I was at Foxy Ladies, you feel me? Yeah, I was Foxy Ladies. And Foxy Ladies, I got a job at...
Boy, hole in the wall, boy. Motherfucking Foxy Ladies is the... Foxy Ladies is the... Let me tell you something, Foxy Ladies, bro.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, let me not go in like that. Because I forgot this is an establishment.
Yeah.
I was about to go in.
Nah.
Shout out to Foxy Ladies, man. Y'all do y'all things, man. All the ladies in there keep getting money.
Went over to Foxy Ladies.
I'm gonna say this. It's safe to say. Foxy Ladies is the club that you go to. That's the first club you go
that's your
to.
first. That's your first.
When you coming out of your teenage
that's
years.
your first little strip club vibe. It's gonna be Foxy Ladies.
Place you gonna go, dog.
It's gonna be Foxy Ladies. That's everybody's first strip club. But not for nothing though. If you in the city or you in the environments, these are your first clubs anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like the Rolexes, the Foxy Ladies, and these are your neighborhood clubs. You get what I'm trying to say? So from there, I went over to Foxy Ladies. From there, I went over to PTs, and then I just never stopped. G5. I done probably DJ'd at every strip club in Miami. You know what I'm saying? But I just never stopped strip clubs. That was what it was for me. You know what I mean?
G5 got a different name now, right?
Yes, Taboo. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't been in G5 in a little bit.
Yeah, it's Taboo. So yeah,
Mark, when last time you been in G5, Mark? Years? This nigga's an old man. Boy, that boy don't go to no goddamn strip club. All right, so yeah, man, go ahead, bro.
So yeah, dog. So boom. I'm DJing strip club heavy. Mixtapes is popping off, and I just never stopped. And then, not for nothing, I picked up the personal training.
Okay.
Too. You get me?
That part.
I picked up the personal training, so that's why it's like I always had that balance between the personal training and the DJing. Whereas I never necessarily had to go hard on doing house parties or doing birthdays or doing, you know what I'm saying? Because I had the training too. So between the strip club, between the strip club and the training, that helped me. That helped me down for damn near 10 years. Strip clubs, personal training.
That's a healthy balance right there.
Strip clubs,
that's my lifestyle. We used to be in the strip club all night.
Yeah, personal training. I hit the gym during the day. I'm in the club at night. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The club at night.
Balanced lifestyle.
Yeah.
You exercise in the day and you tear your body up at night.
So nigga. I hope I wasn't too long-winded. I hope it made sense, but that's how I started.
Man, that shit made every bit of sense, bro.
You feel me trying to say? That's how I started, or my inception
Nah,
into,
let me
into
tell you,
DJing.
what's it, how you say, man? You a David Copperfield. You a what's the name? You a chameleon.
Yeah.
You a person that adapt like a chameleon. You
Yeah.
adapt to your environment.
But I just knew
you catch on quick.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you're doing that, you see, when you take on tasks and you're not fully qualified to take on the task, but you do that because you know where we coming from, we gonna seize the opportunity and we'll learn on the job, right? But at the same time, you on borrowed time because
Facts.
they're gonna ask you to do certain things, right? And you have to learn these things quick.
100%.
So what I'm saying to your credit, what I get from the story is you manifested a lot of things, right?
100%.
You went for something and you wasn't necessarily qualified, nor did you have the sweat equity, the hours that it takes to even master it at the time. But for some reason, God kept presenting you with these opportunities. For somehow, you was able to, create opportunities for yourself.
100%.
Opportunities that niggas that's been doing what they doing, for some reason, they wasn't able to accumulate those type of opportunities.
Because I wanted it.
To your testimonies, like that's manifestation. Raise the frequency.
100%.
Your shit, the vibration
100%, 100%, dog. 100%, bro. And
you
it
didn't
was,
even know how to DJ. You touching the people.
I manifested.
You in the strip club talking about strawberry. Get on stage.
I manifested every step of the way, dog, because I wanted it that bad. You know what I mean? Because you got to remember too, it's a time in my life where I'm coming back from school. School ain't working out. As you know, every man that has that fork in the road. Like, what you gonna do, right? And I'm in my house thinking, and I'm like, damn, for me, it's got to be, I tried school, fuck it. It's got to be passion with me. I got to get money from the depths of my passion, right? So then I'm thinking like, damn, so what's my passion? And I'm just smoking, I'm thinking like, damn, what you do every day? Like, damn, I'm in the club every night, right? Listen to music every day. I know every word.
I should
mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? I listen to mixtapes all day. Music got to be my passion.
Yeah.
Why don't you just be a DJ? And then from that epiphany, I just got the ball rolling. Oh, these niggas, I'm selling weed to these niggas. They DJs. Oh, let me go around them niggas. Oh, them boys got studios. They boys put out mixtapes. Oh, okay. You know me, like I'm soaking up game. I'm not just in there.
But
chilling.
you taking the initiative. So you creating the opportunities and you taking the initiative.
Yes.
And in your approach, you went to school, the Jam Master J school.
Yes.
Your approach and everything. Your story. That story is an amazing story. I like that story, man.
Yeah, bro.
I honestly, I like that story. I didn't expect that story.
Appreciate you, dog. Yeah. Thank you, dog. So that's, to answer your question, that's how the strip clubs for me was my first inception of DJing.
Yeah, I like that story, dog. I like speaking things into existence. Yeah. I'm like that too. I'm a type person, man, I don't wait till all the ducks are aligned. If the opportunity is there, I'm going to seize the moment, and then I'm going to learn on the job. So your whole approach was, that's literally my course of action. That's my blueprints and everything. And I be telling people you on borrowed time. Even when I did this shit, I was on borrowed time. You feel me? So I be telling people, like, don't wait till you have every duck aligned, because you probably will never start. Because it's never like that. You're always going to need an extra piece. And the game is forever evolving. So when you think you got it all, by the time you got it all, the shit done evolved. Now you got to take some of that shit and upgrade that bitch. It took so long to get all that shit.
Facts.
You feel me?
One thing I learned.
What you learned, you got to relearn some new shit, because the game just evolved. Yeah. So just start from the beginning.
One thing I learned, though, is you got to get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
Just get the ball rolling, and then everything else gonna figure it out. If you want it enough, everything else gonna figure it out. But if you sit around and wait, or think you need it to be perfect, or whatever, it's never gonna happen for you, dog. You just gotta get the ball rolling, dog. However, just get out there, head first, and then everything gonna figure itself out.
Facts, because while you talking about you need this, that, and the third, you got a nigga like DJ Killa who don't know nothing about DJing. And he just surpassing you. He's taking all the opportunities that you potentially could have had. He seizes all those opportunities.
Because you gotta want it, man.
You know what I mean? And you watching him talking about, man, but he don't. You don't know how to DJ, man. That nigga, man, that man don't know how to DJ, man.
Yeah.
Man, that man.
So to also double back on your other question.
That man's successful now. He know how to DJ and all now.
To double back on your question, that's why I don't go so hard on DJs. To as you know what I'm saying, like, oh boy, this nigga can't scratch, or this nigga ain't upholding the culture, or this nigga just press buttons, or you know what I'm saying? Because nigga, I came from basically nothing. You know what I'm saying? So who am I to tell a nigga he not a DJ?
No, you came from an idea.
Yeah, 100%.
They say everything started. Raise the frequency. It's everything starts from an idea.
Everything starts in the mind, and then
idea.
exactly, and then you manifest it into the real world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything starts in the mind. That's why the mind is so important. That's why you can't let them control your mind, because then they're gonna control your destiny.
That's all.
Yeah, gee.
So what's this here you got here, man?
All right, so this is the High Vibers merch. Me and my brother Berg, we put out a project called the High Vibers. You know what I'm saying? So when me and him get together, that's what we like to call ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And when I was choosing, or I always believe like your company or your gotta have a foundation. Whatever it is you pushing, gotta have a real foundation, right? It can't be anything of the material world. Meaning like your company or your vision gotta be something. What's the word I'm looking for? Gotta be something that's truly beneficial for the world, right? Meaning it can't be rooted in no money. It can't be rooted in nothing. So when I was thinking about, damn, what's gonna be my merch? What's gonna be my angle? Or how I'm gonna put it down? I just wanted to raise people's vibrations. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And we've been vibing in Miami. That's a big word. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, if we vibe. Exactly. Man, probably, I don't know, an essential Miami word, one of the first, but say all that to say, like, I'm just all about raising people's vibrations, man. That's my mantra. That's what I'm pushing. That's what I'm on. And then it's got to be the highest of the high. Everybody vibrates, but you know what I'm saying? Or everything vibrates, but it's all about, vibrating high. And what's vibrating high? Things associated with, gratitude, happiness, anything.
Happiness, gratitude.
You know what I'm saying? Anything.
Those are high vibrations.
Yeah, exactly. So when I wanted to start my company, I just wanted to ground it in something that was 100%, like, you know what I'm saying, through and through. And then ain't nothing better than, or to me, raising people's vibration through the music, through how I am, through how I speak, through the things I do. I'm all about raising people's vibration. So yeah, that's what this is, man. High Vibers. We got merch. Me and Berto also got a project, a mixtape out there called the High Vibers. So some dope music you can go check out. So that's where it came from, bro. We dropped the mixtape, and then I'm like, damn, all right, I'm gonna just run with it. You know what I'm saying?
High Vibers, and we got to raise the frequency, man.
Yeah. So just run with it. So
I like that. I like that merch.
Yeah.
You know,
so it's starting with the hat. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna branch off into other things though, but we just got the hat right now. We got the music. You know what I mean? And that's who we are. That's who I am. I'm a high viber.
So how you and what's the name linked up? How you and
through the
Berg?
Mixtapes? That's another crazy story.
How you and Berg linked up?
That's another crazy story through the mixtapes. So now, remember, I'm telling you, the mixtapes is going crazy in the city, right?
Okay.
I'm in the strip clubs, kinda. I'm going to school. All right, so now I get to like dope boy music.
I think you can do your shit now, bro.
Oh, you can find? Okay.
I think so.
Yeah. So I get the dope boy music, like, I want to say volume 15, right? I get the dope boy music, maybe volume 15. And then I want to go into doing artist mixtapes, right? Because at the time, DJ Drama was killing it with the single artist mixtapes. You know what I'm saying?
DJ Cannon.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, the Wheezy series, the T.I. series, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, I want to go into individual mixtapes. So then I just started, of course, I'm from the crib, I just started with our artists, right? So one of the first artists I chose to do an individual mixtape was just all their music, but under the Dope Boy Music series, right? I called it Trap Certified, you know what I'm saying? But it's under the Dope Boy Music series. One of the first artists I chose was Berg, right? Never knew him, never met him, right? Never crossed paths or nothing, but at this time, he got the city on fire, right? City's on fire, like, so I'm like, damn, okay. And then on top of that, really fucking with the music. So I'm like, damn, okay, I'm starting this solo series. I'm gonna pick Berg. So I snatched all the Berg records I love, boom, 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 made a mixtape and I put it out. Right? At this time, Twitter going crazy. So I'm atting him on Twitter, boom, boom, boom. So one day he out and he driving and he hear DJ Killa K, but he hearing his music. So then he said, instantly he jumped on Twitter and added me. Damn, Killa K, you got this shit going crazy. I appreciate you. It's like, okay, you fucking with me? Let's do an official mixtape. Right? So then he reached out to me on Twitter.
So you did it. So you did a mixtape unbeknownst to him.
Unofficial mixtape.
Unofficial.
Unofficial mixtape. It went so crazy. He got wind of it. He heard it. He reached back out to me.
So you create opportunities for yourself.
Dog, this is how
you create the opportunities for yourself.
Everything comes from the mixtapes with me and DJing.
Yeah.
Comes from the mixtapes, bro. Just being consistent, putting out mixtapes. He get wind of the mixtape I did for him. He reached back out. He like, K, let's do an official mixtape. Boom. We link up. I go to the studio. We end up doing an official mixtape, which ended up being one of his biggest mixtapes called Strictly for the Smokers. Right? That's the first mixtape me and Berg did together. Right? Because he was just a fan of what I did for him and he wanted to pay it forward. Like, nah, I'm going to give you an official mixtape. We're going to do an official one. Boom. We dropped Strictly for the Smokers, and then from there, we just been locked in. We just, you know what I'm saying? We like kindred spirit. We just been locked in outside of the music, brotherhood. That just been my brother from when we dropped the mixtapes, and we just stayed locked in till this day.
I see y'all locked in.
You feel me? But he was one of the first artists who had, you know what I'm saying, motion in the city to reach out to me.
Big motion.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's a testament to him because he does that a lot with artists, videographers, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? So he was one of the first artists in the city with motion to reach out and really pay attention to what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Because he was also dropping mixtapes, heavy. You know what I'm saying?
That man got a 40 to 50 discography, 40 to 50 mixtapes.
Yeah, he was.
How many tapes y'all got together?
Me and him, we probably got, officially, we probably got, we got maybe 3 mixtapes officially together, and I count the albums too. We got like 3 albums together.
3 albums together?
Yeah, 3 albums together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's the Forever Live series. And then
that man got this. I've been listening to his shit for like probably the past 3-4 days, just vibing to his shit, dog.
Yeah.
That man got so many.
Yeah.
He got some hits on there.
So that's how me and Berg linked up through the mixtapes. The same way me and Street Connect linked up through the mixtapes. So then we just been locked in since then, ever since. Yeah.
That's a dope story. I see y'all locked in, bro.
Yeah.
And
100%.
Who else you work with? Billy Blue too, right?
Yeah, I work with Blue too, and then met Blue same way through the mixtapes. You feel me? Reaching out back in the day to get drops. You know what I'm saying? So on and so forth, and just through the mixtapes. I think Blue hosted one of my Dope Boy musics back in the day. You know what I'm saying? When I first started fucking around with the music, making my own music, right, trying to put out records, Blue was the first nigga or one of the first to give me a feature. You know what I'm saying? And this is 10, 15 years ago. So we just, just staying locked in, staying in the mix. And we just, from then, been knowing these niggas from the jump. And it's manifested up until today. To whereas me and Blue got a project coming out. Y'all get ready for that. It's called Up Until. I don't want to let the cat out the bag. You feel me? But that's on the way. And it's just come from the mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? And supporting their music in the strip clubs, DJing and so on and so forth.
So you and Blue got a project coming out?
Yeah. Yeah, me and Blue got a project coming out. It's called Up Until.
They waiting on Blue.
Yeah. Nah. And when I say this is some of his dopest music, it's some of his dope. And I ain't just saying it because I'm on it, but yeah, it's just some of his dopest music. So Blue,
I heard something.
If this come out,
something recent.
if this come out, or if this don't come out before you see this, man, we gotta get this thing out there, get this to the people, man, because it's got some dope music, man. It got some dope music, me and Blue, and that comes from or came from just me and Berg relationship. You know what I mean? Because you got to remember too, like not only did it just start with the mixtapes and we clicked up as far as like Live House, right? Me putting in the work, I kind of turned into an A&R over there. To whereas I'm going from just being the DJ to picking beats to.
So shout out to Live House.
Yeah.
y'all got a nigga over there that's my peoples. He good peoples, man. Big shout out to Travis Bull.
Yeah, Bull, great nigga.
That's my
great
dog
nigga,
right
man.
there.
Super dope artist,
people.
super dope, talented. You know what I'm saying?
Reggae,
Yes,
big reggae artist.
Top shotter. You know what I'm saying?
Big shout out to Travis Bull.
Travis Bull. Yeah, Travis Bull. Me and Travis Bull got music together. You know what I'm saying? For the most part.
Now, I see he got some shit with Berg.
Yeah, he got a couple records with Berg, couple dope records with Berg. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Travis Bull. Yeah, so just being down as a DJ kind of turned into me being an A&R, picking beats. You know what I'm saying? And then getting familiar with Berg's producers, to whereas they throwing me beats now. You know what I'm trying to say? And then I'm just building, and then I'm taking the beats that Berg's producers are sending me, and I'm getting them to whether it be Blue or whatever artist. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just working out for me now. You know what I mean? I'm evolving in that space. It's bigger than a DJ over at the Live House.
So you're an A&R there?
Yeah, super A&R.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. Got an A&R, a couple projects.
What artists is over there at Live House?
I mean, for right now, of course, Bushy B came up through the Live House system.
Bushy B, listen, so Bushy B he was signed to Live House?
We ain't never, all right, because I don't want to get into the business side. You feel me? But now we just keep it 100. Like, Berg was never into signing niggas and keeping niggas in contracts. You know what I'm saying? It was more of a, just curating projects and just a dope relationship. But, through his past dealings with record labels, right, he was just always opposed to signing you, keeping in your contract, because he had to go through that, and he just never wanted that for no other artist. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say Bushy B was signed per se to the Live House, but came up through the camp. You know what I'm saying? Came up, used the Live House resources. You know what I'm saying? And as far as like music production, producers, benefiting from Berg's already co-following, just putting them in the mix because Berg seen the star and wanted to get him up through there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out Bushy B. Bush Love, man. He came through the Live House. You know what I'm saying? And then, a couple different artists for the most part.
With that being said, how you feel about Bushy B, his reemergence with that song he got?
Which one, the Live in the 305? Or you talking about Scared?
The shit that went crazy on TikTok.
Oh yeah, loving it.
That man.
Super dope. And that was done.
And how long?
Was done
at Live House.
Yeah, of course, in the studio.
That song went crazy on TikTok, Mark. They got a song, this guy, Bushy B.
It's called Scared.
He got a song that went crazy on TikTok, and when did that song come out?
7 years ago.
7
going
years
on
ago,
8.
bro.
Going
and
on
that
8.
shit just popped.
Yeah,
7 years ago.
They finally caught on to it on TikTok, and it went viral, and you know what I'm saying? So you could triple Bushy B to one of the artists coming up through there, you know what I'm saying?
And it's the crazy shit, not to hold your wisdom for 1 second. I just want to just mention this. The man dropped the song 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
This is what music is capable of doing. There's a thing called timeless music. You get me? So what this man did, he dropped something that some people even consider a subgenre.
Yep.
It's the underground culture of Miami.
Mm-hmm.
But really, the shit can transition.
Facts.
If it's given opportunity.
100%.
And he's a prime example of a nigga who dropped some shit 7 years ago in a subculture that's still undiscovered. We know about it, but across the four corners of this shit, they don't know about that shit like that. And a lot of that music that niggas made can do the same thing that
100%,
his shit just did.
100%. It's too much sauce and flavor down here. South Florida, period. You know what I'm saying? That just needs to be, on a national level. You see Kid Cudi just did Grandma's song over. I don't know if y'all paying attention to that.
Nah, I ain't see that.
All right, so Maui Wowie, I don't know if you up on, Kid Cudi, but he...
Yeah, I'm on Kid Cudi, nigga wearing dresses on his album cover.
He just sampled this
nigga Grimace, yo. This nigga Kid Cudi on album. Cause nigga familiar with Kid Cudi, the nigga that the nigga Diddy bombed the nigga shit. Nah, I'm fucking.
Nah, talk your shit, man. Talk your shit. But I say all that to say, he just sampled Grandma, I'm So High. right? And they taking it on. Well, it looks like it's a new
grind mode.
as a new song.
This prime example.
So,
Shout
yeah.
to Chaos and fucking
they're my niggas.
Stage the Cloud
yeah.
and et cetera.
They're my
But
niggas.
that's crazy. And their music was like that too. And they come from that same era.
That same era. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So I say all that to say, just to back up what you're saying, like it's a lot of sauce and a lot of flavor down here that just needs to be put on the national scale. Right? Just needs to be put on the national scale. And that's it. But yeah, man, A&Ring at the Live House kind of prepared me for the Billy Blue project. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in there with the producers and I got beats and stuff. And then one day I'm getting off day shift and Blue in the club, and you know what I mean. Blue like, damn, K, let's do a tape. And then it started from there.
Man, that nigga Billy Blue one time gave me a bitch one time, bro, at G5.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, facts though. You know this is my city, bro. When I tell you, boy, I am the incomparable boy. We talking about Miami, nigga.
Yeah.
Hey, so Billy Blue one time was in G5, and I was sitting there by the bar, and I don't know what happened, but I was on one side, and he was next to the broads, and I think he just knew them. He was talking to them, and for some odd reason, I don't know why he was so generous that day.
Shot you one.
The nigga just threw me an assist, alley-oop me, dog. Like, nigga, he gave me a bitch, right? The nigga gave me a chick. And then the nigga said, boy, don't say I never gave you nothing. I don't know if that nigga even remember that shit, homie. It was some chicks that he was already speaking to them, but I was on the other side.
Yeah.
So he was next to me.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I don't know Blue.
Uh-huh.
I know he a North Miami nigga.
Uh-huh.
You feel me? I heard he used to DJ in Angels and shit like that back then.
Mm-hmm.
I knew about him, but I don't know him personally.
Yeah, 100%.
So when I'm in the club, the nigga passed me the bitch, dog. And he's like, yo, don't say I ain't never gave you nothing. He whispered that shit, don't say I never gave you nothing. I'm like, damn. Because I was checking out the bitch. You feel me? And for some reason, like a real player, that nigga just alley-ooped me, bro.
Shout out to Blue, man.
Big
Throwing
shout out
them
to Blue,
oops.
man.
Throwing them alley-oops, man. Throwing them alley-oops in
That
real
part,
life.
that part.
In real life. In real life, to this day, it's appreciated, man. Shouts out to Blue.
Big shout out to Billy Blue.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah, dog. So, yeah, man, just A&Ring and just staying down just got me to where I'm at right now for the most part, man, with the music and the Miami DJing scene.
So what's the next tape you got coming out, man?
The Up Until we from the drop. Then Berg got another one we trying to put out, Supernatural. Y'all could be on the lookout for that. And then I got different artists I'm working with. Shout out
tell them what you want. Tell them what you want them to look out for.
We could take the cat out the bag right now because I know your people's too. Me and Murph Music got a tape. Shout out to Murph.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Me and Murph about to drop a tape. Me and Webb's supposed to come out with a tape.
Nigga Webbs, man.
You know
big up.
Shout out to Webbs. I know he done been on your platform before too. So
man.
we could throw that cat out the bag too.
Big
So
shout out to
shouts to Miramar, man. You know what I'm saying? I love
Miramar.
Miramar.
Shout out to the motherfucking Mar.
Shout
out to the Mar.
Shout out to Miramar. So them some upcoming projects, you know what I mean? I might.
Okay,
y'all
so
could be looking for.
You and Webbs got a project coming.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward.
Me and Webbs got a project coming, and me and Murph got a project coming.
Okay, then.
The Murph project probably gonna come before the Webbs because we already started that. We in the finalizing process of that one. So shout out to Murph, man. Shout out to Miramar. You know, dope artist. You know?
Yeah, shout out to the Mar, man. I'll tell you, Miramar is a gold mine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to throw it to the M Miramar, nigga. Miramar's a gold mine. Big shout out to the M, dog.
Love Miramar.
And I say, nigga, from the Gardens to Miramar, nigga, from Miami, from New Orleans to Miramar, nigga. You want to find me, brother? I'm on 183rd, and we ain't gonna. You already know where I bees, nigga, all the way back to Miramar Parkway, nigga.
Talk that shit, man. Talk that shit.
Facts, man. We here with DJ Killa, man. It's a pleasure to have you, brother.
Man. Appreciate you having me on the
You
platform.
know what I mean? But we made something out of nothing, you know, just like we did.
Yeah, always. Just gotta get the ball rolling. Get the ball rolling. So them some up and coming projects I got coming, and just really I'm just more focused on the production side of it, man. Really putting, you know, dope music into the universe. You know what I mean? Music that really, you know, raises your frequency, raises your vibration. You know, I'm not only into I like edutainment, I like to call it. You know what I'm saying? I want to get you to dance, but I also want to make you think.
Who your favorite artist, man?
My favorite
Because you
artist.
said entertainment, right?
Yeah, entertainment.
There's some artists that are associated with that type of content in their music.
Mm-hmm.
Who's
Well,
who's
I believe
an example of
well,
that?
I mean, because
Berg is an example.
of course,
of that,
100% Berg is
Yeah.
an artist. But when I talk about entertainment, right, it's really you could be from any walks of life, right? Because you could be a street nigga giving nigga edutainment, right? You could be a quote unquote conscious nigga giving
I
edutainment.
said, give me an example.
You know what I'm saying? So, why I said to say, some of my favorite rappers, shit, we could start from, shit, I love Jadakiss. I love, you know what I'm saying? I love Juvenile. I love T.I. I love Gucci. I love Jeezy. I love Berg. Then I also love KRS-One. You know what I'm saying? I also love Nas. I also love Hove. I also love, I mean, it goes on. Like, I can't say I have a favorite artist for the most part because I listen to everything. I'm a DJ. You know what I'm saying?
I just want you to get some
yeah,
examples,
so,
not
but like,
necessarily
my whole edutainment vibe, where I'm coming from with my music, what I'm trying to do is, of course, I want you to make you dance, but I also want you to think a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I also want
That's how I be. That's how I be, bro.
Yeah.
When I say my shit crazy, nigga. Niggas don't want to hear
Also, so I want you to bop too and all that, but I also want you to learn something with my music. So that's why.
This is what I tell a nigga like this, Killer. Watch this. I tell a nigga, everything you learn ain't gonna be inside a book. Common sense can't be taught. Learn a lesson from a crook.
Ooh, see you just.
That's my words, nigga.
You just backed up what I
What
what
if I told
mean.
you niggas time don't exist?
That's what I
the
mean.
simulation, every system got a glitch. Let that be light. That's when somebody hit the switch. Now we got the Anunnakis, reptilians in this bitch. Hold up. All of a sudden, technology catapult. A long way since inventions of telescopes. We talking science, you gotta be technical. You ask me, they trading the secrets of extraterrestrial. Listen, bro, I be saying this shit, bro.
Talk that talk, man.
Stop, bro. I ain't even expect to give y'all that shit.
Talk that talk. So all right, boom. So that right there, on a hard beat, this type of music I'm into or trying to put into the universe. You know what I'm saying? Everything don't necessarily always gotta have a message, because a lot of times when you're trying to teach the people, you'll put the message before the party, and then you lose them. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I said, listen,
you
nigga,
lose them.
let me tell you something. You see, that's why I said, yo, I had to learn, put the medicine in the candy, the truth inside the joke, so you niggas can understand me. You heard me? I put the medicine in the candy, the truth inside the joke, so you niggas can understand me.
Yes.
You heard me?
Yes,
That's
dog.
my shit.
So
that's my shit.
It's
my shit.
It's a thin line. You know what I'm saying? It's a thin line. You kind of walk with it, but that's where I'm at with the music, dog. Of course, I want you to get you to dance, you know what I'm saying? Hard beats and so on and so forth, but I really want you to think. I really want you to come away with something, you know what I'm saying? Whether I taught you something, whether I prevented you from doing something, whether I really want you to come away with something from the music, much more than just bopping, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you gotta be jamming, you know what I'm saying? It gotta be jamming, but
it's both. It's like
it's
some
just a fine
music
line.
is introspective. Some music is inside the car, listening inside the car. Some music you want to hear inside the club.
100%, 100%,
right?
100%. So that's where I'm at with it. As far as like making my own music and putting that type music, that type energy into the universe. You know what I'm saying? Hence, me and Berg got the project High Vibers. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple other projects, Forever Live 1 and 2. You know what I mean? If you listen, you go check them projects out, and you know that's the type of energy that I'm on, and I'm trying to put into the universe as far as creating the type of music I like to listen to.
I hear it, bro, and I just like see how you carry yourself. You with the training, with the fitness,
yeah.
And then I hear Bird's music. I think Berg, he evolved like a motherfucker.
100%.
Man. I like that affirmation. I like the science mixed with spirituality.
100%.
That's what you hear. Raise the frequency. You know what I mean? Everything is science here.
Facts, dog. You gotta look at the world through energy and frequency. Fucking nigga words. Fuck.
Every frequency
everything is energy.
Every frequency omits and absorbs its own frequency.
Everything is energy and frequency, and that's how I say you should look at the world through energy and frequency. Fuck words. Fuck
everything has a frequency. Everything in life has a frequency. If
Facts.
you could tap into a frequency, you could tap into anything in life. Whatever molecule structure, whatever atom, whatever it is, you can tap into it. Everything has a frequency. You just have to know the exact. You know, it's like I be telling people, it's like the radio station.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
99 Jams.
Mm-hmm.
99 Jams is 99.1.
Mm-hmm.
If you put 99.2,
You ain't tapped in.
that bitch finna start. That's how energy is tapping into the frequency. You gotta tap exactly into that frequency. You get a concise, clear message, right?
Yeah. And
a clear connection.
And I also understand too that music is powerful. You know what I'm saying? Music is super powerful, right? So understand when you're making the music, you got a responsibility. A lot of people don't take that responsibility upon them. But I understand, like, back in the day, our forefathers, our leaders, all they wanted to do was this right here. Get in front of a microphone and be heard, right? So the day you choose to pick up a microphone, it's a responsibility, right? Because you can reach the masses.
I like that idea.
You know what I'm saying? You can reach the masses. So
I like that message.
I never strayed from that responsibility when I started making music. Understand that I got an opportunity to reach the masses. You got to give them something that they could take away. You know what I'm saying? And it's got to be of the high vibratory realm.
There's a fight between good and evil, you know. But good and evil can be subjective, negative and positive, however you want to interpret it. But it's just I was taught to fight the good fight, because I know at the end of the day, negativity destroys you, and I don't care what capacity that
100%.
you entertain it.
100%.
Right? We fight the good fight in higher frequency. You can't ascend. You cannot ascend when your spirit you got all these things weighing down your spirit. That's why they said that the weight of sin is heavy. Right?
100%.
So if you're a nigga that's always angry, you're a lustful person. You always see a bitch and you just get lustful and all you think about the bitch. Like, you know, we in the strip club. You could be thinking about some shit like you have to do, be focused, and then a bitch walk by with a fat ass. You know what I mean? And she probably caress your back a little bit, and then you just lost. You divert. You gone.
Go.
Right? But you losing focus. Those are low vibrational things.
Fact.
So even like, I ain't gonna lie to you, some of them rappers, like the music that they playing, I'm not gonna say whose name, but that 808, that low vibrational shit,
yes,
right?
100%.
And you mix that with the liquor,
100%.
You mix that with the bitches,
100%.
Right,
I'm a
nigga?
DJ.
When I'm talking about, nigga, when your spirit, when you entertain it, you lock in with that spirit.
Dog, I'm a DJ.
Everything, every spirit,
every day.
Every emotion has a frequency to it.
Every day.
So every time you open up an emotion, you open yourself up to a frequency. Anger, jealousy, lust, all those is frequencies, spirits.
And all those that he just named is of the low vibrational frequency. Anger, jealousy, lust, hate. You feel me? These are things of the low vibration.
And them shits, they heavy.
Yeah, super heavy, dog. So I understand, like, music is powerful. So if I'm got a chance to reach the masses, it's got to be of the high vibratory. Not everything, but you know what I'm saying?
No, sometimes we want the low vibration.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta.
That's
why I said you can't put the message.
Sometimes you gotta let go.
Sometimes the message can't go before the party when it comes to music. But just me as a person, it's like I can't listen to music to where I'm not. I guess it's an age thing now too, as I'm getting older. But like, of course I can dance, but dog, if you're not teaching me something, bro, I don't get too much. I can't listen to too much of it, bro.
Yeah, because niggas done evolved.
Yeah, you get me?
And then the thing is, you want to continue to evolve.
Yes, 100%.
So you're not gonna keep listening to something when you know that you past that now.
Yeah,
you might be in the modes like there's times that you want to listen to Pooh Shiesty because you might feel like doing something to somebody like that.
Yes,
there's really times like that.
You in that mode.
You feel me?
Facts,
you might be getting some money and you want to listen to Boss Man D-Lo because you're getting a lot of money at the time.
It's a time and a place.
It's appropriate.
It's time and a place for that. You know what I'm saying? But I just always felt like if you got access to the masses, like give them both sides. You always got to give them both sides. You can't just give them one side. You can't just give them the spinning and the flossing and you got to give them what come with that. You know what I'm saying? You got to give them the backstory on how you know what I'm saying? So it's got to be a balance. How I feel like just because you got access to so many people and so many people listening to your music, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got a responsibility. You can't run from responsibility.
I think ultimately as human beings, we evolve and towards the end of our life. We want to repent, and you know what I mean? And we want to set things right. So I think it's what phase you are in your life too.
That too. That's big. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Because at 25, you couldn't tell me nothing about trap music and da-da-da. That's all I was on.
Yeah.
So when I see the Jits and how they loving Young Boy and all that, you know what I'm saying? I don't judge because I was there too. You know what I'm saying? I was there too, and I understand, like, even these artists, they super young. And they not in a space to where they could really articulate emotions and so on and so. They just making music. So I don't judge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Young Boy, hold on now.
You know what I'm saying?
Now,
I don't judge.
Young Boy got the Young Boy write his music, right? And Young Boy has this one song, drawing symbols in the sand.
Yeah.
Right? And you hear the lyrics on that. And if he wrote that,
nah,
you know that man,
Young Boy,
that man's advanced. And
Young Boy,
he's spiritually inclined.
Young Boy is super talented. One thing I give about Young Boy is he don't run from it. He give you his story. Songs like Lonely Child, like them shits, dog, he done been through it. You know what I'm saying? He done been through it. He give you his story. You know what I'm saying? Musically. And you can't. That's all you could ask from an artist.
That's what I say when I see Young Boy. When I see Young Boy, I compare Young Boy to people like Tupac.
Yeah.
I compare Young Boy to people like Kanye West.
Mm-hmm.
I compare Young Boy to the people that are genuine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they have their hand on the culture. They genuine and they passionate. You know what I mean? And some might say, I don't know, rebellious, bro.
Yeah, I think too. A lot of times too, with I don't know if it's just in our culture, to whereas we look to our entertainers to be leaders, right? Mm-hmm. We look to music, NFL, NBA to be leaders.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they don't sign up for it. You know what I'm saying? They don't sign up for it.
That shit ain't fair. Sometimes
exactly.
Like
exactly.
They be having unrealistic expectations.
Exactly. So the shit that I expect for myself, I can't put on another artist, or for the most part, you know what I'm saying? So I'm never judgmental when it comes to the music and all that. And I understand there's a time to play. I just say the type of shit that I'm into and I listen to, and I'm listening to, and I'm bigging up, and I'm, you know what I'm saying? Is on that side of the spectrum.
Well, the shit that you pushing is fire. Anyways, that ain't no, cause Berg shit. You gotta remember, Berg got enough music, enough catalog to where you know what I mean. You got the shit that might be more high vibrational, but you got the other shit on the other side too.
Because it's the middle way. You know, I'm Buddhist too, and I'm big on the middle way.
Buddhist?
Yeah, super Buddhist.
You Buddhist, bro?
Yeah, Nichiren Buddhist.
Oh shit! You the first nigga I met.
Buddhist, super.
I've never met nobody else.
I took the jump officially maybe after the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? But my mom was Buddhist. I grew up.
We're gonna end with this one right here, because I ain't gonna lie. I thought we was gonna, but see, listen, man. So tell me how you chose to be Buddhist. I've never met a black nigga that's Buddhist in my life.
I'm the first. You're the
first black Buddhist I've ever met in my life.
So first, let's clarify the title.
Raise the frequency. This is the first black Buddhist. Let's be clear. The first black Buddhist on. Raise the frequency. I'm Israelite. I'm Hebrew.
Yeah, you see, I got them around here. And
remember, Jesus went to go study with the Buddhists. You know what I mean? The most disciplined people on the planet.
You see,
the Buddhists.
You see, I got them on my neck, and I got the lotus flower. This is a lotus flower.
I wanted to get the Buddhists. I wanted to get the Buddhists here and put them up there. Still,
got to. Yeah, got to. So yeah, how it started for me. My mother was always Buddhist. So I grew up in a Buddhist household. Yeah, my mom been Buddhist for close to 30 years.
What nationality are you?
Jamaican.
And your people's, how you Jamaican? Your people's Buddhist?
Yeah. So yeah, now my mom from Waterhouse, my dad from Tivoli Gardens.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So how my mom got into it for the most
part. So what's your daddy? So I'm saying, what's your dad?
My dad, what you say, he's Jamaican? No, my dad, I probably, he passed away for the most part. But when
Christian,
he was,
Catholic,
from when he was here, like, cause my dad was a history teacher. He had a master's in history.
Oh shit, rest in peace too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, rest in peace to my pops, man. Lionel Roberts, man, Santos. Rest in peace, man.
To my pops too, man.
Rest in peace, man. But he was a history major for the most part. So I always like to say he grew up in a, if you want to say, Christian household. But the deeper he got into history, the further he got away from religion.
Okay.
So I wouldn't call him an atheist, but he wasn't He was more into his. He always said you can't have history and religion and not do both for the most part. So he wasn't would say quote unquote Christian for the most part, but he came up in a Christian household.
So your dad was a Christian and your mom was a
Man,
Buddhist.
all right, but yeah, exactly. But boom, but my mom didn't pick up Buddhism until separating from my dad.
Okay.
My mom picked up Buddhism when they separated, right? And she was on her own and she was trying to find her way, right? And she was living in Maryland. This is all right. So get a backstory on me. I was originally born in New York, right? I was born in Queens. My mom and them hooked up with my dad. They moved down to Maryland. Boom, around this time they split. She trying to find her way. She has a homegirl she's working with is like, you know what? Why don't you come to a meeting one day?
I never knew you was born in New York, man.
Yeah, I was born in Queens.
Because I'm a Brooklyn baby.
I was born in Queens. I never lived there though. I lived there for probably about 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I never
I
lived
ain't
there.
lived there long like that either. I was back and forth a lot.
She hooked up with her homegirl, took her to a meeting. She went to a meeting one day, and then she just, from then, that was it for her. And she just, you know what I mean? And this is a type of Buddhism because Buddhism is vast. You know what I'm saying? You got different sects.
Okay.
You get what I'm trying to say?
You said different what?
Different sects.
Sex.
So
it sound like you said S-E-X. They got different. They got different sex. Different sex. What they do? What type of sex they have?
S-E-C-T-S. Sexed. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Yeah. Different type of. Yeah. Different type of. If you want to say divisions of it. Okay. For the most part, the same way you would have Catholic, Baptist.
Sectors.
Yeah. Same way you have Catholic, Baptist, Adventist.
Okay.
And Buddhism is vast.
Denominations.
Exactly. She studied under Nichiren Buddhism, right? So I'm gonna give you the real quick because I don't want to keep too long-winded, dog. Yeah. But we gonna, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. So Nichiren Buddhism is a type of Buddhism to whereas we study out of the Diamond Sutra, right? Buddha taught for 40 years or 40 plus years for the most part, right? And then all his teachings they put into different type of sutras. You know what I'm saying? So in the beginning, maybe had the Diamond Sutra or I forget, it's a couple sutras. But his last sutra, the L.O.T.S, it's called the L.O.T.S Sutra. We strictly adhere to that sutra and the teachings of that sutra, which was his final teachings. You know what I'm saying? So it was a 13th century priest who was able to decipher the L.O.T.S Sutra. Right? Because he made the L.O.T.S Sutra because he knew he was going to pass away. So the L.O.T.S Sutra is Buddhism for people in the age of Mappo, or what he would call 2,000 years after I passed. This is the Buddhism for y'all. All the other Buddhism I was teaching was a precursor to this. He couldn't give them the game in first grade, kindergarten. He had to do it like school, right? So all the different type of Buddhisms you hear about, whether it be Zen or so on and so forth, they're all leading to this last sutra, which was the Diamond Sutra, was his last sutra, and it's the Buddhism for the people that he knew, because it wouldn't be as potent after he died. So he set it up for the future. We adhere to this last sutra, it's called the L.O.T.S Sutra. Nichiren was a 13th century priest who was able to decipher the L.O.T.S Sutra, right? Before him, nobody could get it because it was too far. He deciphered the L.O.T.S Sutra, and then he created out of the L.O.T.S Sutra, his name was Nichiren Buddhism. So that's the type of Buddhism my mom was introduced to, right? Boom, she's practiced her whole life, 30 years. So I came up in a Buddhist household. I didn't come up in a Christian household. All I know was Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Buddhist, cause and effect, middle way, Buddhism. That was how I came up. Pandemic happens now. Boom. I'm in the house, like everybody else, and I'm going through.
What does a Buddhist actually believe in? Y'all believe in God?
Nichiren Buddhism. I'm gonna speak for Nichiren Buddhism, right? Buddhism, why it's different from all the Abrahamic religions, is like.
Buddhism is an Abrahamic religion?
No. Why it's not an Abrahamic religion?
Oh, okay.
It's because
give me some understanding of Buddhism. I don't understand the origin of Buddhism. I understand these are originally black.
Yes, I'm gonna give you the origin of Buddhism. Buddhism comes from he wanted to end suffering. It got nothing to do with a creator God. How can I end suffering right now? How can I end suffering? Because you got to remember, Buddha was a prince, a Hindu prince. Buddhism came out of Hinduism for the most part. He was a Hindu priest, right? He came out as prince. He came out the castle, and he saw he saw death. He saw old age. He saw all these things, right? He's like, damn, how can I help my people? He tried Hinduism because Hinduism was prevalent at the time, right?
The man with the little nappy head.
Buddha. Yeah. He was a prince. He tried Hinduism, right? Went out into the forest, did everything Hinduism. One thing he learned about Hinduism was that it's a self thing, meaning like you go out into the forest and you find your way, right? But it doesn't help the people, right? We exist in relation to one another, right? So you going off into the woods and finding your way does nothing for the rest of humanity, right? Because you found it, but my people still struggling, right? So Buddha was like, damn, if we exist in relation to one another, that's not the way, right? The way is the middle way. You can't be too far off in the forest, and you can't be too far off in the secular world. It's the middle way, right? Back to what you were saying, the origins of Buddhism comes from suffering. Why do we suffer, and how can we stop suffering? Hence the Four Noble Truths, right? Four Noble Truths is there's going to be suffering in life, right? How can we stop suffering, right? We stop suffering through detaching. Here's the way to detach. And then he gives you the play. You know what I'm trying to say? So Buddhism's main emphasis is how can you stop suffering right now, right? How can you stop suffering right now? Through the law of cause and effect. So we have a cause and effect. For us, the law of cause and effect supersedes everything. So if you want to say what we believe in Nichiren Buddhism, we believe in the law of cause and effect. Because cause and effect is everything, is in everything. It dictates everything. You know what I'm trying to say? And if you want to change your life right now, if you want to get up out of suffering, cause and effect, apply it to everything. Apply it to how you talk, how you move with people.
What is it? So what's the Four Nobles?
So the Four Noble Truth is...
Noble Truth.
And you gotta put me on the spot. I want to mess them up, dog. You hear me? But it's life is suffering. Life is suffering. We suffer because we're attached to things, right? To end suffering, you got to detach, and then the fourth one would be the eight-way path. I forget the name of it, because you got to remember I'm coming through the Nichiren Buddhism. You know what I'm saying? And then this is pre-Nichiren. This is the beginning of it. You know what I'm trying to say? But say all that to say, Buddhism whole thing is to stop suffering. It's not about a creator God. It's not about a creator land. It's not about who was the first. It's how can you end suffering right now? And then he gives you the pathway. He gives you the, and like I said, it's vast, so it's a lot to get into, but if I could just sum it all up.
So that's where the monks got the discipline from, because they detach from everything.
Yes. But Buddha understood that detachment alone doesn't help the people, right? So then in Buddhism, we would be called a bodhisattva, right? Which is you understand the path to happiness, but you got to stop and help people. You know what I'm trying to say? You can't have all the answers. And since we live in relation to one another,
we all one conscious, we all one grid. Everybody affects everybody.
Exactly. So you having all the information does no good for humanity.
Yes.
You get what I'm trying to say?
All right.
So in Buddhism, you would be a bodhisattva. You know the path to spiritual enlightenment, but you got to stop and help people. So that's kind of the realm we exist in. You know what I'm trying to say? So like for monks, you brought up monks, that's the realm they're in. Like they understand it, but they're trying to help people. You know what I'm trying to say? They're not going off and so.
I like that. That's the first breakdown I ever had of being a Buddhist. The laws of Buddhism.
I hope I explained it right, because I'm a little rusty on it. God damn it! But you know what I'm saying. That's for the most part.
At the end of the day, you told a bunch of us some shit that we had no idea.
Yeah, and in Buddhism, they teach you to just talk it.
Because I thought Buddha had a god. Like y'all pray to a god. Because I know Buddha, people do the sacrificing with the fruit and put the fruit there. I had a chick that did that shit. No disrespect, but I had a chick that did that. But the reason I said that my face like that, I know it looked kind of for my face that I made, right? But she just wasn't like that. She wasn't disciplined like that.
Yeah.
So when I see her doing it, I'm looking at her doing it and shit. You know what I'm saying? I see the sacrifice. I see this. Every religion, to me, religion is science.
Yeah.
Everything has to do with science. And if that shit don't have no science to it, I don't even believe in that shit.
100%.
Because frequencies is science. That's molecules. That's God's science. All that is science. That's God's. Those are God's rules, laws of physics, and stuff like that.
Buddhism and science run hand in hand. I always say, you can't. It's universal laws over religion. You know what I'm saying? Universal laws over religion. You feel me? You can't have religion without universal laws.
It gotta make sense. You can't. It's like, I know certain things you will never make sense. God is mysterious. Certain things we'll never understand. But there's certain things we do understand, and to the capacity of what we're dealing with.
Exactly.
The elements at hand. We're dealing with the elements charts. We're dealing with frequencies. We're dealing with spirits and
so
things
it's
of that
universal
nature.
laws over religion. In Buddhism, what's a universal law? Cause and effect.
Cause and effect. Facts.
Cause and effect.
Facts.
So
It's
Buddhism and science run hand in hand. Hand in hand. All right. Back to my
detachment. The detachment thing. To be honest with you, I'm not to cut your wisdom, but I'm heavy on that detachment thing
100%.
because, to be honest with you, detachment is what brings misery. I mean, being attached to something is what causes the misery.
That's the second noble truth. Root of all suffering comes from attachment.
Facts.
That's the second noble
Facts.
truth.
Facts.
Life is
I'll tell you
suffering.
that.
The root of all suffering comes from attachment.
If you let go your ego, if you let go your ego, that's gonna be a lot of pressure off you. Just like, I know you're supposed to bust that nigga head the other day. I know you should have killed that nigga the other day. You feel me? And you probably still want to do something to that nigga, right?
Yeah.
But just to let that shit go if you can.
Yeah.
If nothing has transpired, because a lot of things is built off of ego. A lot of things you can let go of, right? A lot of things will not matter in the grand scheme of things. 3 years from now, it's not gonna matter. You can let those things go.
Facts.
You feel me? But and them shits they weigh heavy on too. But the burden of knowing that you want to do something to this nigga, and every time you see him,
100%.
that's an attachment too.
Facts.
So it's like you a slave to everything.
Yes.
The shit that you hate.
Yes.
The shit that make you angry.
Yes.
You a slave to that. You attach. You automatically omit and absorb that frequency. And this is another thing. Whatever's on that frequency is gonna come at you too.
Yeah. 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 100%.
So if you walking around like you want to bust a nigga head,
Let's go.
there's a nigga off in the corner that's watching you.
Yes.
And he want to bust your head, bro, because he's on that shit. He's on the same frequency you
Yeah,
on.
cause and
gonna,
effect.
You know what I mean?
Cause and effect. And
Birds of feather flock together. All that shit's the same shit.
Yeah, so back to my inception into it, because we kind of got off path.
Yeah.
Boom. Pandemic, right? I'm sitting in the house and I'm like, damn, I'm going hard. Shit just not adding up for me though, right? I'm like, damn, spirituality. I don't really got no real spirituality. Like my mom Buddhist, you know what I'm saying? She never pushed it on us for the most part. So like, damn, I really ain't got no spirituality about me. So then this pandemic time, you got no choice but to sit. So I go and I get on YouTube. So I'm gonna give you the spin, how I got into it. Because my mom been Buddhist, but it was Africa that got me to take the jump. So boom, YouTube, just trying to find my way. I'm going into going into Islam, going into Christianity. Come up on African spirituality, right? And the origins of African spirituality. And I'm seeing, damn. From my research, everything started from African spirituality, right? Islam, Christianity, everything, Buddhism,
every deity,
everything's are fragments of African spirituality taken to wherever they took it, and then they put their spin on it, right? So as I'm seeing this, I'm like, damn. So then I go to getting in in the Kemet, in Nubia, and you know what I'm saying? I go to digging deep, right? Because I'm like, damn, okay, this might be where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? African spirituality might be for me. So I go, boom, 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 and I'm just digging and digging and digging. I fuck around and learn about the Indus Valley.
Man, he going into Kemet, boy. Kemites, nigga. We gonna take it there, nigga.
Nigga,
we going to Egypt, nigga.
I learned
the
about
Kemites, nigga.
I learned about the Indus Valley, right?
Yeah.
I learned about
Go ahead, brother.
I learned about it's our people from Africa going into India, creating the Indus Valley.
Man, we the original Hindus. You don't see the Hindu man with the nappy head, the statue with the man. That's
all right. You see
this should be blatant right in our face.
You see where I'm going with it now.
Yeah,
So I'm saying like, damn.
All that shit derives from African
exactly.
culture.
So
everything. It's just a spin-off.
Yeah, dog. So I'm seeing like, damn, okay, Hinduism, Indus Valley, Buddha, Dravidians, all these are black people from Africa in the Indus Valley building up that civilization. So I'm like, damn, I start to see similarities. The lotus flower. Damn, Buddhism, they big up the lotus flower. What was one of the first people to big up the lotus flower? Now Valley.
This kind of represents that. That's the tree of life, right?
Yes, all right.
Is the lotus flower the tree of life?
Nah, it's different. It's different. But I go to say, I start to seeing, damn, they revere the lotus flower in Buddhism. Who were the first people to revere the lotus flower? Nile Valley civilization, right? Our ancestors on the Nile Valley were the first to attribute what we attribute in Buddhism, right? Because we see the lotus flower as like a microcosm for life, right? It's cause and effect. It's you start in the mud and you got to fight through adversity, right? Because you gotta remember the lotus flower starts in the mud at the bottom of the water, fights through the water, then it blossoms at the top, right? Pure. Came from the dirt though, right? So for us in Buddhism, that's a microcosm for life. That's cause and effect. You know what I mean? That's why they revered it. But the first people to even look at the lotus flower like that was Nile Valley civilization. So I'm like, damn, ooh, right? This ain't no coincidence. So I go to dig a deeper. The Jesu beads that I pray with every day to my Gahanzin in Buddhism, where did that come from?
This man said Jesu beats, Gahanzin.
Where did that come from? Nile Valley civilization.
There's a lot of words using.
Yeah, Nile Valley civilization. So as I'm
what is that? What's the Jesu beads? That sound like Jesu.
All right, so when we pray to object in Buddhism or Nichiren Buddhism, our object of devotion is a Gahanzin, right? To whereas it's a scroll that Nichiren made 700 years ago. To whereas he kind of put Buddhism into a scroll, right? All the history of Buddhism, you just put it into a scroll, right? And put it into you call it Gahanzin. So it's like a special box that houses the scroll, and then we got our altar, right? Because every man, what Nichiren, Buddha, everybody understood, man needs an object of devotion, right? Man needs an object of devotion.
Bruh, let me tell you something, homie. That's the placebo effect, homie. You know what that shit is? The placebo effect, bruh. It's another term for that shit too, right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we don't hold your wisdom to that term.
Sure.
Hold your wisdom, brother.
Sure.
Cause you talking that talk, homie.
Yeah.
You really raise the frequency. Cause this is the first time we raise the frequency on this type
I'm glad I'm on it.
Facts, bro. It's a pleasure. Now, when you say we need something to listen, bro, you know the belief system. There's a system to belief, right? Some people cannot. Okay, if you can't feel that muscle, you can't work that muscle. It's a mind-muscle connection. We need something to identify with to make that connection.
100%.
That's why you have like people tend to or gravitate to worshiping statues or whatever, idolism.
Boom.
And that's what they call the placebo effect, the pill. Like, Mark, the placebo effect when you take a pill and the doctor tell you this pill, okay, you got cancer. All right, listen, man. Take this pill right here, all right? And take this pill I want you to take. I want you to take, it got 20 pills in here. I want you to take one every 12 hours, right? And when you finish this, your cancer is going to be cured. Take it. Yeah. Take it, man. As you take it, I promise you. And then boom, 20, you do that with that 20 pills, 12 hours, that's 10 days. Wow, the math is on point. You thought it was going to be off the map. So 10 days, boom, you're cured. And then when you get back to the doctor say, Oh, you be like, what was in them pills? There was nothing in them pills, nigga. That shit was horseradish, nigga. Nigga, that shit was wheatgrass, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga. Fuck you mean. See, that's the placebo effect.
Yes.
It's another term I can't, damn, my short term is another term. I like that other term more, but that's a placebo effect, you know what I mean? So that's, yeah.
Yeah, so like I said.
So that's all I like. See, the rules, you breaking out some shit about Buddhism, like fundamentally, that's an amazing religion, bro. Just from what he broke down to it, the science of it, because you're dealing with life, you're dealing with science, right? So the negative and positive not being connected to certain things.
Yes.
The laws of karma.
Yes.
And you take these things into consideration, you're gonna have a prosperous life.
Yes.
Your life is gonna be a better quality of life.
I always say Buddhism for me is not a religion, it's my method on how I approach life. Right? The lens in which I see life through, you know what I'm saying? Fundamentally grounded in Buddhism.
Hold on.
So I'm starting to see the connection between African spirituality and Buddhism. And then I'm like, damn, Buddhism is my people too. Right? The origins, like my people created Buddhism too.
I like your meds, homie.
Yeah,
I'm thinking when I'm thinking like you, when you be saying, not to cut your wisdom once again, bro, but I'm thinking you adopted that religion, like just from seeing it from their
that's what my mom did.
Their lens, right?
Yes, my mom did.
But you actually went and did the homework of the origin of it. And he's like, you know what? Now I'm taking back my culture.
I had to because
I'm gonna take back my culture.
I had to because I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? This is my path. Like I didn't want my mom's upbringing. I want no other man. This is my journey, right? What's going to be my spiritual base? Feel me? So I had to go look through Islam. I had to go look through Christianity. I had to look through all of them, right? Because I'm looking for a home base.
But then Jesus went and studied with the Buddhists.
I've heard of that. Yes, that's a story.
The Buddhists are the most disciplined people throughout the Bible. Everybody go study with the Buddhists. We already know the monk is what the Buddhist monk is what exudes the ultimate form of discipline throughout humanity. Any depiction of man discipline, you're gonna see that bald head cat with the oriental eyes.
They say I don't know if this is, you know what I mean, but they say around the 6th century, right, is when all the, you want to say, came about. Buddha, Jesus, that, you want to say that, I don't know what's the word, but that frame of, you know what I mean, to where I was looking at somebody for a pathway out or looking at, came around in the 6th century. All this is happening, Jesus, Buddha, and all that is happening in the 6th century. So that connection where they talk about is 6th century, if I'm not mistaken, to as, you know, because a lot of times I know some people say like, Jesus is Buddha, or you know what I'm saying, but just that concept, for the most part, if my memory does me right, came around in the 6th century. You know what I'm saying? So all of that, when he came to study and all that, this is 6th century.
So people say Jesus was Buddha?
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard many things, but then one of the things I've heard, you know what I'm saying? Or he, like how you said, he went to study with him, or he could be, but that I know for the fact.
That's Christ consciousness. So at the end of the day, the ways of the Buddhists, the Buddha faith, the Buddhist culture, it implements all the laws of
the universe.
The same laws of Christ
100%.
consciousness. It's
100%.
the same laws. It's just Christ consciousness probably has more detail to it. Other than that, but it's the same fundamentally.
Yeah. So I'm seeing the Jezu bees. I'm seeing the lotus flower, and I'm seeing the connections, and I'm like, oh.
Because that amplifies your manifestation.
Yes.
If you don't have no attachments, anything you want to accomplish, bro, you're going to accomplish it because nothing is pulling from your energy. Nothing's diverting you off your course.
Dog.
Nothing.
So as I'm finding my way and I'm looking in African spirituality, I'm like, damn, everything coming out of African spirituality. And once I found the connection between us and Buddhism, I'm like, oh, this is for me. You know what I'm saying? Because this is me. This is all of our people. My mom came through it through the Japan way and the Japan corridor, you know what I'm saying? She didn't, you know, because she didn't know for the most part. So when I got into it, I'm even teaching her on the origins of this, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember too, the type of Buddhism we study is Nichiren Buddhism. This didn't come about until the 13th century, right? Buddha already had been dead and gone. You know what I'm saying? This is 13th century. Where Nichiren Buddhism came about. So this is where she's getting her knowledge and everything from just the 13th century on, right? But nigga, we've been around since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I go back to my daddy. He always said you can't do history without religion. You know what I'm saying? You can't study the Bible and not study history.
Yeah, because that's what
you know what I'm saying.
That's what validates the Bible.
That's what validates
history is what validates the stories in the Bible. You have to make the correlation.
You have to make the correlation. You have to make the correlation. You have to.
It's talking about Exodus and then talking about Deuteronomy. They was went on ships with yokes of iron. That was us on ships with yokes of iron. That wasn't white folk. So, no disrespect to the white folk.
So you had to do the both. You had to do the both. So
the Bible's
once I found the African connection in Buddhism, that's when I went head first. And then I told my mom I want to do it for real. And then in Nichiren Buddhism, you go through a ceremony to where you have to get your Gohonzon. You have to get your object of devotion. So I went ahead. My mom, forethinking though, right? Because you can't just give you one. You got to go through another process called Gojikai, right? To where they kind of like bless you and, bring you in. But she did this for us when we were shorties, just in case. You know what I'm saying? Just in case. She never pushed it on us, but I got Gojikai when I was a shorty. So now I'm like, nah, Mom, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? This is us. I want to, She took me down and I got my Gohonzon, and then I took the leap of faith, and then that's where I'm at with it right now.
What was that noise? I heard something beep just now. Something had beeped. Check the camera, see, make sure. That's this one? So it's going dead? It's dead? So it went dead.
Shit.
Nigga fucking walk. Yeah. So it's dead.
Yeah, so we was just basically, I was just giving you the my inception to Buddhism where it clicked for me, and I was letting you know that I got into African spirituality and found the resemblances, the correlations, yes, the correlations, spirituality,
African culture, African teachings that religions derive from.
Facts,
Buddha,
that are
Buddhism,
Hinduism,
Christianity,
all of them,
Catholicism.
Shouts out to Professor John Smalls. He taught me that. Is it John Smalls? Yeah.
John Smalls?
Yeah, is it John Smalls? I forget. Professor Smalls, though. I forget his first name, but he's one of our great ancestors, along with, Henry Clark and Van Sertima.
Henry Clark? What you know about Henry Clark, Mark?
Come on, Henry Clark.
Henry Clark, Henry Clark.
Van Sertima.
Man. You got my dog. My dog realized that you Jamaican now. He woke now, bro. That nigga, he sees people here, he like, Henry Clark. Yeah, Henry Clark.
Yes, come on. And then Henry Clark, Marcus Garvey, like, you know what I'm saying? He from that tree.
Marcus Garvey come from that tree?
Which I'm saying Professor Smalls come from that
Marcus Garvey teachers.
And Professor Smalls was the one who
I remember Professor Smalls is the guy that he's you see that nigga how you say speaking amongst crowds of people in the black and white, not necessarily black and white, but like old 70s.
They were called tap videos.
The black nigga.
Right now you go on YouTube, it's called tap videos. Of that. And then watching him,
oh yeah, he's the nigga that's originally was given the teachings.
Yeah,
original. Like a lot of Jamaicans know about him.
A lot of
that's what Mark referring to.
Yeah, Henry Clark. Yeah, he from that school though.
Okay.
Yeah, Henry Clark is like the godfather of. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of them.
Okay,
and he come up right under him. You know what I'm saying? Right under him.
Yeah.
But through him and his teachings and watching him on YouTube, trying to find my way, I'm getting into African spirituality, and then I'm seeing the correlations of Buddhism. I'm like, damn, my mom been Buddhist forever. Like, shit, it's just me. Go ahead and take the faith because this is us too.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm trying to say? The same way Christianity is us, same way as Islam is us.
That's all us, everything.
Exactly, as us.
Being Muslim, Christianity,
Buddhism,
Catholic, whatever, Buddhist, Hindu,
Buddhism is also us too. You get what I'm trying to say? And then coming up in it, boom, that was it for me. And once I found the African correlation, 100%. Then I just dived into now. Even now, I'm teaching my mom. You know what I'm saying? The origins and how the African connections and the correlations.
Do Buddhists believe in aliens?
Do we believe in aliens? Like,
or is that even a thing for y'all to even a discussion?
It's certain discussions in Buddhism we don't even waste time on.
So that's not. That's what I'm saying. So being a Buddhist, I'm still confused as to. Being a Buddhist sounds like a way of living.
Yes,
it doesn't sound like a religion.
No,
that's not a religion.
No, it's not a religion. It's a method on how to approach life.
Okay.
We don't even want to be boxed into anything religion. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it sounds like a martial arts, like
on
learning.
on the same frequency. On the same frequency. It's on the same frequency. But we don't like certain conversations, we don't even waste time. Back to what you were saying, like for us, a creator God, that's a waste of, not to say it's a waste of conversation, but you're gonna go back and forth on that all day. You know what I'm saying?
On what?
On who created this and who created that, who was the first. No,
wait. So wait.
Yeah.
What about Anunnakis and extraterrestrials?
I understand. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on that.
What's your understanding?
On Anunnaki and all that. That's our people. That's African spirituality. That's even before, that predates Buddhism.
Okay.
You feel me? Anunnaki, they studied the stars. They the ones who figured out, you know what I'm saying, the solar system, and they watched the stars. You know what I'm saying? I'm on that. And that's I would say that
predates
if I'm not mistaken, predates Buddhism.
That's all, dog, I'm gonna give you credit, man. You informed me on Buddhism.
Oh, I appreciate that, man.
And to be honest with you, I always looked at Buddhism as like a thing where once I realized that Jesus went to go study with the Buddhist monk, and I always see how the Buddhist monk, they're the ultimate epitome of discipline.
Yeah.
Buddhism, that faith is a faith that I never spoke bad about. I never had a bad vibe about. Or, you know what I mean? Some religions I see people adopt, and I'm concerned for them.
Yeah.
Not with Buddhism.
So to answer your question, what Buddhists believe in, I would interject, or I would say law of cause and effect supersedes
I like that, man.
everything. For us, it's cause and effect. How we speak, how we talk, cause and effect dictates everything.
You guys, make sure you guys are hitting the like button. You see the conversation here. Don't wait for the middle or the end of this video. We come together as a collective, and I need everybody to hit this like button at the same time. Yeah, man. So make the algorithm, make this shoot through the roof.
Tap and subscribe, man.
Subscribe to this. This is the type of conversation that we having. And it's gonna get greater. I ain't even expect this to happen, but that's how God is.
Yes.
You know what I mean? God work in mysterious ways.
Yes,
you know
man. You always want to build with your brothers, man.
You informed me on Buddhism.
That's what's up, man. I'm glad I could do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad, and then I also take that on the sleeve too, like in Nishan Buddhism, it's called what we call shakabuku, right? And it's just, basically just not necessarily preaching, but planting the seed. You know what I'm saying? You necessarily got to plant the seed for true Buddhism. So,
I'm not converting.
I'm glad. Nah.
Listen, hold up. Hold up. What are you insinuating here? What are you?
And that's another thing. We're not even on.
What are you?
We're not on even you converting.
What are you trying to implicate here?
Nah, but it's always planting the seed.
Nah, I'm Buddhist. I'm everything. I'm Buddhist. I'm Hindu. I'm Christ consciousness. I'm Christian. I'm everything. I'm Muslim.
Yeah.
So you see how the Muslims pray 4-5 times a day? I like to pray like that 4-5 times a day. A Buddhist cause and effect. I'm down with the Buddhists too.
For us, it wouldn't even be converting. It would be changing your mindset. You know what I'm saying?
No, I am the Buddhist.
But now I'm just putting it in perspective.
This is the mindset, right? I am the Buddhist already. I'm the Buddhist. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's just, you know what I'm saying? Because I just don't want people to think like when I speak that I'm trying to convert them.
Nah,
or I'm trying to flip them.
They know y'all know me. Come on.
I'm just not trying to flip them when I, you know what I mean, introduce people to the world of Buddhism.
Yeah, but you did use the plant the seed. We got to watch those words.
Yeah, for sure. But when I say
words of binding.
When I say plant the seed though, is to get you familiar.
Yeah, facts.
Get you familiar.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
You definitely
get you familiar with,
man.
Yeah.
And like I told you, I never had no prejudice against that. I never had no feelings towards Buddhism, and that's not something that I diverted from.
Yeah.
That's not something that I suppressed. That's not something that I'm intimidated by. That's none of the sort. So you informing me about Buddhism, it just makes me more admire.
For sure.
I already had admiration for that.
For sure.
And I don't even like to call it religion, but that way of life.
Yeah, 100%, dog. So yeah, man, like I said, we
me?
building, man. That's what we supposed to do as brothers.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, because I'm already, because you see, like, cause and effect, I'm into science and stuff like that. So when I say I'm the Buddhist, I'm already the Buddhist. As in, like, you know what I mean? And
way of thinking.
I'm more so claim my Hebrew Israelite.
Yeah.
You know I'm Haitian. So in the Bible has the depictions of the tribes and the characteristics of the tribes, and that's the history. And history correlates with the Bible, and that's how religion got to correlate. The same thing you said, history got to correlate
Got
religion.
to.
They got to be one and synonymous.
Yes. 100%.
So with that being said, I'm Haitian.
Mm-hmm.
We the Levi's.
Mm-hmm.
We the priests.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you see Tree of Life,
Mm-hmm.
Merkaba,
Yeah.
sacred geometry around here. You know what I'm saying? Physics
100%.
and things of that nature.
Yeah.
We deal with the elements and stuff like that. So to say that with the Buddhism,
Yeah.
that's a beautiful faith right there.
Appreciate that,
Because
man.
cause and effect, that's the way life is.
100%.
And attachment, really, that's the
That's the
misery.
root of
not
all
to
suffering.
reiterate that, bro, but when you could detach yourself from anything, dog.
Yes, bro.
When you can detach yourself from anything, bro, do you know what that is?
That's peace.
You know what that is? Living in the moment.
Yes. That's another.
You're not in the future anxiety, worrying about things that you got to accomplish. You're not in the past trying to change things that already happened.
Depression.
You feel me? You live in the moment.
Yes, 100%.
That cause and effect. That's cause and effect.
Yeah.
Einstein's.
Yeah, that's another.
E equals MC square.
That's
Energy
another,
equals mass constant. You know
that's
what I mean?
another core
physics.
That's another core principle in Buddhism, is just living in the moment, being in the moment at all times, down to the second, down to your breath. You know what I'm saying? Breathing.
Living in the moment.
To this second. The future, like back to just piggyback what you said, the future is anxiety, the past is depression, present moment is peace.
Peace.
You know what I'm saying? So you should always, in Buddhism, they teach you always be in the present moment, because you can really, anything you can only control what's in the moment. Right now, we big on that too. Like only giving energy to things you can control.
Well, you can't control things outside of yourself. The only thing that you as a person can control. See, that's the anxiety trying to control. You know what insanity is?
Doing something over and over again, or I forget how to do, you know what I mean? But doing something over again, knowing you do it, however they word it.
And expecting a different
result, yeah.
That's insanity, homie.
Expecting a different
result. And guess what? We all insane. The women we chase, the things that we keep becoming creatures of habit. So that's the detachment. When I mean, like, dog, the way he said about the Buddhist detachment thing, that's the biggest thing you can accomplish in life, is being detached from shit. And things that's outside of yourself that you cannot control, the only thing you can control back to that is your reaction to shit.
100%.
That's the only thing
100%.
you can control, is how you react. Emotions are gateways to spirits, frequencies. So when you're angry, that opens up channels. And ain't nothing but evil coming behind that. Ain't nothing but negativity coming. Ain't nothing but blood coming behind that. Right? When you jealous, that's another fucked up. Envious, that's another fucked up frequency. You sneaking around, you might be on drugs and you sneaking around, you being deceitful to people. All those things are binding things that hold you down. Different entities, different spirits. And when you could detach from these things, you can ascend. That's what I'm trying to get to, the ascension. Detaching from everything allows you to vibrate high.
100%.
You can always vibrate here. But when you connected to certain things, those things can dictate where you at emotionally. 100%. Anything that can dictate where you at emotionally, it's going to fuck with your trajectory of where you going.
100%.
Spiritually, what you trying to do, it's going to fuck with you.
100%.
So that detachment is that's the biggest thing that I practice, is detachment.
Right.
I'm talking about even ego. Like the image of yourself.
Yeah.
Like some niggas can't take a loss, can't take a L.
Mm-hmm.
They can't detach from that. They can't humble themselves because they can't detach from the image that they have of themselves.
You should never
their ego.
You should never be attached to anything that has so much power over you that it affects your emotion. You know what I'm saying? You should never. That's why you should never be attached to anything of the material world, because it's gonna fade eventually. You know what I'm saying? So that right there, just to being attached to anything of the material world, is already suffering, because it's gonna fade eventually, and that goes for like people, everything. Being attached to anything of the material world already is suffering because it's gonna fade one day, eventually. You know what I'm trying to say? So for you to attach yourself to anything, money, cars, clothes,
Dog,
whatever.
you can't listen. You can't attach yourself. I'm gonna say it like this,
It's
right?
gonna fade eventually.
I'm gonna keep it gangster, right? My mom passed last year, and my dad passed this year, right? That attachment just to your parents. That's the biggest attachment I ever had. You come to that's the umbilical cord. I was actually attached to her, right? At one point, I came from my father's nuts, his loins. Attachment. When you could detach from that, knowing that your parents are not here no more. There's times I was playing with a lot of money, a lot of paper. Mark remember them times seeing me, and for a hood nigga, a lot of money for a hood nigga. You know there's levels to this shit. Detaching from that image. You got to detach from a lot of things in life because these things, they're binding, and you can't evolve, you can't ascend if you keep worrying about those type of things, material things and stuff like that. That's why I said the biggest things for me is that detachment, and that's what I like about that Buddhist religion. Detach from everything, even a bitch, the idea of getting back with a woman. Detach from that.
100%.
Detach. If you could let go of the idea of getting back with that woman, the idea of getting back to a lifestyle. Maybe you used to live a certain lifestyle. Detach from that because you evolving from that.
100%.
Detach from that car that you love. Detach from that. The jewelry,
Everything.
the jewelry. Detach from. I'm not saying get rid of your shit, but whatever you feel like you can't let go of, that's controlling you. If you don't have that jewelry, you don't feel like the man no more.
In Buddhism, they give you the
Nigga move around without the jewelry.
In Buddhism, they do the iPhone example, right? You love your iPhone, right? Everything's on your iPhone. Boom, boom, boom. Let's just say right now I drop it and it breaks, and my life is over.
For some people, their life is over.
This has too much power over you. Get what I'm trying to say? This attachment.
What did you like?
This attachment.
I thought you wrote two of them. Yeah, I want you to roll the other one, man.
Yeah, dog.
Come on, brother. Nigga, Martha. What the fuck I'm gonna do with Martha?
So yeah, brother. Attachments, dog. Attachments.
I detach from that bitch. Detach
Watch
from that
your-
ego. I detach from myself. I detach
Attachments.
from every blood clot thing. Sometimes you have to detach from your own kids. I know niggas that alcoholics, niggas that have real issues where they have to get their shit together.
Yes,
and they're
brother.
no good to their family.
Yes,
so
brother.
their family keeps dependent on them, so they can't really get their shit right.
Yes, brother.
So some people even have to detach. Sorry about it. Some people even got to detach from their own kids.
100%.
Obviously, that you expect them to return, but I'm saying you need a brief pilgrimage.
Yes.
You need to isolate yourself
Yes.
briefly.
Yes.
Just to get your shit together.
Yeah,
Detach.
really to find yourself. Definitely
Detach
need,
from
definitely
that
need
food, those habits, the
Yeah.
food that you addicted to.
All of that,
Detach from
all of
everything.
that attachment is the root of all suffering, and that's one of the core principles in Buddhism, man. Outside of the middle way, outside of cause and effect, the root of attachment is suffering. I mean, the root of suffering is attachments. You know what I'm saying? So be mindful of all your attachments. You know what I mean? And never be attached to anything of the material world. You know what I mean? And back to what we were saying, like, oh yeah, object of devotion. You know what I'm saying? Every man has an object of devotion. And then Nichiren understood that. That's why he came up with the Gohanzen, to where as you go and you sit down and you meditate.
Yeah, talk about that.
You know
Talk
what I'm
about
saying?
the object, the placebo effect. The
Yeah,
object, the object that doesn't mean anything until you made it something.
Yeah, exactly.
The object that has no relevancy until
So-
an atom is only relative to the observer. You made that shit
Yeah.
relevant. You put energy into that.
So they understood that man needs this, right? If man doesn't have an object of devotion, what happens then? He leans towards money, cars, clothes, women, right? Man needs an object of devotion. So your object of devotion has to be something of the spiritual realm. You know what I'm saying?
It's your center point.
It has to be your center point.
It
has
gets you
to be.
centered.
If your object of devotion has to be something of the spiritual realm, has to be something of the high vibratory realm, has to be something in that realm to be your object of devotion. Because if not, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
So
every
you
man
can't. So
needs every man needs an object of devotion. He needs
you
something
think
to
so?
sit
You
down.
think every man needs an object of devotion?
Yeah, for the most part. Like it's in human nature.
So what?
Human nature needs object of devotion.
Why you say that?
That's why totem poles and statues and all these things was creation. Cause you can't. People need things tangible. Feel me? Like people need tangible. I could say.
Damn, you know that's some shit you saying, dog. You
I
know,
could
the thing
say.
is, I just put my mom up there. I put my mama up there.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's a picture of my mom.
Yeah.
Right? Something tangible.
People need tangible. You could say
We do.
the spirit, you could say this and that, but that's why totem poles and statues and so on and so forth was created. That's why, and I don't want to ruffle no feathers, Caucasian Jesus was created, right? Object of devotion. If you devote your life to this, I got you, right? Just not the religion or the faith, just the picture. The picture. You get what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
The picture. You get what I'm trying to say? That's why statues, totem
Something
poles.
to worship.
Yeah, something to worship.
Something to worship.
Man needs something to worship. If not, he's gonna worship. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? So your object of worship, or you know what I mean, whatever you worship, has to be something of the spiritual realm.
That's a fact.
And they knew that, and he knew that. That's why the Guns and so on and so forth was created. That's why all these things are created.
All right, let me ask you something. So you saying some shit, right? It's some stuff that people don't take into consideration, but I love the conversation, bro.
Yeah.
We do need something to worship. Man needs something to focus on.
Something to focus on.
Damn, I was finna say something, man.
100%.
I forgot what the fuck I was finna say, man.
No pressure, man. I'm here.
Damn, I forgot I was finna say some shit. I forgot.
Nah,
But listen, we just creating as we go. Now, with the I don't know why I want to go back to the
I'm here, man. I'm here for it. Nah, I'm here for it. So you was asking, do Buddhists believe in Anunnaki and aliens?
Like,
we were talking about the conversation, and I was saying to you, like, a lot of times in Buddhism, not to say we don't waste time, but we don't get into certain conversations to where it's, you know, it could be a back and forth, or it could be we could be here forever, or you get what I'm trying to say. Like a lot of time, because I remember this is just suffering.
I never seen a Buddhist debate.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like for us, it's like suffering. How can we stop suffering? How can we stop our people from suffering? Outside of that, y'all could argue all day, but cause and effect is going to take you up out of suffering right now at this instant.
Oh, no. Now I remember. I had to go back in a conversation.
Yeah.
This is totally adjacent. All right. Back to the Anunnaki. Because I understand the Buddhists, but we going to put out, because you have those understandings,
of
right?
Course,
you have those, you understand those understandings, right? Those teachings. How do you feel about, they say that man has something in his DNA that not necessarily submissive, but like a submissive gene in them.
Submissive gene?
Yeah.
Clarify more on that. What you mean, like?
Okay, they say the Anunnakis, they designed us to mine the gold mines, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to be serving them.
Mm-hmm.
But they just say like how man is so forgiving and love to bow to things and stuff like that. Like, how do you feel about man always bowing to things? Like, why does man have a tendency to always want to bow to objects? Like, why does man fall to his knees and bow to objects? Like, for example, Jesus, they bowed to Jesus. What Jesus said?
Don't bow to me. Don't worship me.
Don't bow to me.
Don't worship me. Don't worship me. Worship the word.
Watch this. Say it again.
Don't worship me. Worship the word. Or don't worship me. It's my words, but it ain't me. Don't worship
say it again,
me.
but I didn't want to be. But thank you for continuing.
Yeah.
Watch this now.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Well,
he said in the Bible
but
it
I'm
is
saying
in
that's
the
different
Bible.
denomination. That's an exception, but majority of people. But I'm just trying to say, listen. I know there's exceptions, but I don't want to get from the in general because there's always exceptions to everything we talk about. Mark. There's always going to be an exception. So I understand, unless it's a thing where everybody's exiting towards that. I understand it, but as of right now, it's still people bow to objects. Majority of men like to bow to people, objects, things, places, people. Not just Jesus, right?
Yes.
Y'all both Jamaican. My Jamaican brothers. You know with Selassie,
Yes, 100%.
people worship Selassie and want to bow to Selassie. And I'm pretty sure and I'm not being I'm not exaggerating.
I wouldn't.
I'm not disrespecting,
Yes.
but if Selassie was to show himself, if Rastafari was to show himself in the flesh, in a real life, niggas would drop to their knees. And let me tell you something. If you told a nigga get up, he would not get up unless Selassie told him get up, dog. So that's why I'm asking you a question, like, because we were talking about, like, I mean, that's what led me. That's the question I forgot. Like, I want to ask you.
I don't know. I wouldn't say. I would say, because I don't want to paint the picture or broad, right? I would say that would have to be a case by case basis. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, to me, that's my second home. Rasta, you know what I'm saying? Rasta. I love the Rasta faith.
I don't want to stop at Selassie. I just use Selassie as one of
an
the
example.
examples. I'm talking about
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yes.
And there's
of course, all of them.
We don't have to take Selassie. I just did that because I gave you something you can identify with because you're Jamaican.
I would have to say,
you get me, but there's a plethora of. I could have chose a whole bunch of different examples.
I couldn't. I would just lean on, you know, because I can't really answer why they would bow per se, but I would just more lean on back to where we was talking about object of devotion. A man needs it, right? A man needs something to attribute or worship to, because he don't got all the answers. And he can't figure it. So it's got to be something outside of him that he has to put his faith into to figure it out.
So why does he have to submission? So how do you feel about a man submitting to another man then?
A man you should never submit to another man. You get what I'm trying to say? That should be, you should never submit to another man. I don't believe in that. You get what I'm trying to say?
So
I don't believe in submitting.
That's just to add to this conversation I'm talking about. I should have put the mic on for you, bruh.
There's a story behind why they believe this.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying to you? There's a story behind it. Like the first king, I guess, of Africa.
Listen.
You understand what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying.
I get the story. Listen. Selassie is one of the most accomplished people. Rastafari, Emperor Selassie the first.
If I'm not mistaken, if I'm not mistaken,
all right.
And then
he's one of the most accomplished men, kings. Not to cut your wisdom,
yeah.
But I have to say this because I don't want people to get this twisted. Selassie is a king, the king of all kings.
100%.
The man was crowned that.
100%.
People bowed to the man.
100%.
All right, the Queen of England and Dustin, etc., etc. All right, I'm not taking nothing from that man. Accolades. He's the one. How many languages he spoke? The man walked with lions.
Yes, 100%.
Short.
And if we want to go
move like a mouse. Jaws of a lion.
If we want to go into history, from the line of King David, right?
From the line of Solomon.
Solomon. There you go. From the line of Solomon. Solomon. There you go. Solomon. Yeah. From the line of Solomon. Solomon. You know what I'm saying?
We listen. Selassie. Listen. We don't listen. One of the greatest. Of course. We see right here. You know what that is, right?
Yeah, of course. That's
Mansa Musa.
Mansa Musa, yeah.
You know how we repping here. You know, but I'm just saying, still, I'm not bound to no man. So it's the same thing with the Anunnakis. So they say that we was made by aliens. We can even go further. It's not because I don't want to stay on the Selassie because nigga love Selassie and I don't want to disrespect people. I just want to bring the conversation because I'm questioning why. I'm really want to know, why do we have the tendency? Why do we have the desire? Why do we have the propensity? Why do we have this? It's like it's instinctual, dog, to bow to shit. Like we want to submit to it, dog. You know what I mean? And then what just hit me, God just spoke to me.
Mm-hmm.
I get downloads.
Mm-hmm.
So niggas is gonna submit to something because when you believe in something so much, you inner believe in that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You become one with that shit. You're gonna bow to that energy.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of you suppress your energy. It's like what you're doing is you're sacrificing your energy. It's like you're relinquishing your control. For some reason, this person's so overwhelming that you would just want to relinquish control. For some reason, scientifically, you want to relinquish everything to that person. You want to be totally vulnerable to whatever that shit is. It triggers you to want to be totally 1,000,000% vulnerable to that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I almost lost the download.
Mm-hmm.
That's the download I got.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't smart.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't shit about me smart, homie. I get downloads God tells me. I just listen to the shit. And sometimes my dumb ass, I start leaning on my own understanding.
Yeah.
Lean not on your own understanding, and then I fuck up the message.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what God was telling me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you overwhelmed by somebody's greatness to the point where your energy just dropped, dog. You just drop. You relinquish your shit.
Mm-hmm.
You drop your energy. You drop the control. You relinquish control.
Mm-hmm.
You submit to that person. It's just naturally that's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you believe in that person so much that their energy eclipses yours, dog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%.
And you're voluntarily doing this.
100%.
There's nothing about them that's causing that. You're the one that's opening your frequency to that person.
100%.
You're creating that connection.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. To answer your question, though, dog, I would just say it would have to be a case-by-case basis. But me personally, I don't believe into bowing to no man. You know what I'm saying?
So that's the thing why I brought to this point as in like the gods, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
People say the Anunnakis.
Yeah.
So imagine, you see when they say God said, let us make man in our image.
Mm-hmm.
Who's our image?
It's a good question.
There was a lot of, we say
That's
gods, there's gods with an S.
Good
So
question.
a lot of people out here are worshiping gods and they think they worshiping Most High. You're not worshiping Most High.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are worshiping gods.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is, and this conversation this is not for everybody. All right, make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. If you're a first-time viewer, this is a safe place. I promise you, this is Raise the Frequency. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you're a reoccurring viewer and you haven't subscribed as of yet, go ahead and subscribe now. Redeem yourself, right? And I be losing myself too when I'm motherfucking these conversations. Motherfucking go so fucking crazy, dog.
Now you was on the Anunnaki though.
I'm losing myself. People worshiping. I got you. Thank you, man.
Mm-hmm.
People worshiping gods with an S.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I was designed by Anunnaki, if we was designed by aliens, like you see how they got the ancient Samaritans, they have the depictions of man and being manufactured. You know what I'm saying? They got the big, the giant that's manufacturing the small people and the will and all these. This is real life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if we was designed, there's nothing that creates nothing from nothing, homie.
Mm-hmm.
We're just a product of somebody taking God's elements and splicing them.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. They didn't create an organism.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't create no life.
Mm-hmm.
They took something that already had life that can create life itself already.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to plan it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just manipulate shit and put it together.
Mm-hmm.
And now this same thing that manipulated you and crossbred you now, this is your God?
Mm-hmm.
Because you took what God already made and you took what he made and you made me. You my God now?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Questions to be answered, my guy.
We're connected to the source.
Exactly.
So
100%.
even if you created me in the lab, I'm still beyond what the fuck connection I got with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm beyond your control.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
I'm created from the elements of Most High. So that's why I think like whoever created us, it backfired. It's like when the crackers when they made crack, you know, the white folks in the CIA made crack and they put the crack in the black neighborhoods and it backfired and it came, and the white boys, the college niggas and doctors and all that, they smoking crack too. They kids smoking crack too. So the gods and all that, I don't believe in like when people say gods and aliens and everything, and I don't bow to nothing because I'm connected to the source.
Of course, 100%.
But one thing I will do is this is what I say. I say this. if Jesus was to present himself, if I knew Selassie, I would like to work adjacent with them.
Mm-hmm.
I would have worshipped them or bowed to them.
But
I would have acknowledged I would have acknowledged their stature and the position that they play in society. I would have not. If he's king, he's king. Whatever he is, he earned that.
But to piggyback what you're saying, right? You know what I mean? I believe both of them said this. Don't worship me. I believe this is in the Bible. It says, he says, Jesus, don't worship me.
No,
right?
facts, yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
That's where the object of devotion comes in, because the man is telling you still, dog, don't worship me. And you still go church, this, that, pictures, da-da-da. And he's telling you. You feel me? Buddha also said that too. Don't worship me.
No, listen,
they're telling you, and then man still has to go out.
That's what I'm
tangible,
you,
tangible. Gotta see.
Yeah.
I gotta see it. I gotta touch it. I gotta feel it. Because how is this man telling you, bruh, don't worship me, man? He's telling you.
The man telling you that shit, and you still doing it.
Man,
and people still do that to this day,
yeah,
bro. You explain people the logic of what he said. You explain that logic to people, dog, and they don't care about your logic, homie. They'll look at you like, yo,
what?
Yeah, fuck out my face, nigga.
Yes, brother. But
John Rastafari, nigga.
But both of them is, if I'm not mistaken, literally saying, don't worship me, but then people still go behind and create whatever they want, and then you can't fault them for doing that. But that goes back to the beginning of this shit. Every man needs an object of devotion. You know what I'm saying? Something to.
That's a good. Hey, that right there, I ain't gonna lie. That's a good way to mention the what's the segment. Mm-hmm. Every man needs an object of devotion. That's fire.
Yeah, brother.
That's fire. That's
yeah,
fire.
kid.
That's fire, man. So listen, man. I want to wrap this up.
For sure, man.
We'll wrap this up. It's been a pleasure,
yes,
man, to
man,
have
it's
you.
Great building with you, man. Great building with you, man. Come on, man. I hope to be back too, man. It's gonna be the first time.
You definitely
got some more bills, man. I got some more projects I'm trying to bring. Everything I'm associated with, man. If you bring me back, I'm coming through, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm bringing it here. Definitely love the energy, man. For me, it's the energy. I'm an energy guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could more or less, good energy, bad energy, good frequency, and then from walking in, all the energies, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, appreciate you having me, brother.
Nah, man, it's a pleasure, bro. Hey, definitely, we'll do this again. I didn't
sure.
expect the conversation because I kind of did expect the conversation. To be quite honest with you, I did expect it because I see what you do on the gram.
Yeah.
I'm an empath. I peep certain things and I correlate certain things. So I'm like, this brother, he's conscious. I see the dreadlocks. I see the personal training.
100%.
I see the captions that you put on some of your posts and
consciousness
stuff.
over everything.
So nah, he's intelligent. He's one of us.
Consciousness over everything. Consciousness over culture. You know what I'm saying? I say that too because, cultures change, So niggas be steady in their culture and thinking that, but you go somewhere and then them same cultural norms change. So you got to be conscious.
Hey, brother, you made me proud of you, man. You saying some shit right now.
Consciousness over culture.
The shit that you saying, I didn't expect you to say that. So you inspiring at the same time. I'm admiring at the same time. I'm like, it feels good to hear another brother talking like that, bro.
Nah.
Like, that shit feel good. I'm like, damn, this nigga talking like that. Like, that's the talk that we need out here, man.
Nah, and it's super dope that you got a space for this type of talk. You feel what I'm trying to say? Because most, I ain't gonna lie, they just on the clickbait and the gossip and who fucking who and da-da-da-da-da-da-da, you know what I'm saying? But back to one of our original conversations, when you get in front of this mic, you got a responsibility.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And it not necessarily got to be, you ain't got to be Martin Luther King every day of the week, but you definitely got access to a mass amount of people, bro. So understand the responsibility that comes with this. You know what I'm saying? And don't take it for granted. And don't just take this shit like, because, bruh, our ancestors, they would have begged for this. You know how Malcolm, Martin, Marcus, dog, they had to literally do million-man marches. They literally had to bring... Marcus Garvey had to bring damn near millions of people together, right? Just you could do on a podcast.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Just so you can do it on a
with that,
podcast.
I think we need to end it on that note.
Yeah.
Shout out to Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, and
Yeah,
all
shouts out to the ancestors.
all the ancestors and prophets that
Yes,
came
sir.
through, that made it able for us to do what we do right now and speak at liberty, to speak our mind and how you say, apply our amendments.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I don't know what is the Fifth Amendment, the
100%.
First, whatever it is, whatever.
It's all
amendment that
about
is,
raising.
all right?
It's all about raising the frequency and raising your vibration, man. And if you want to raise your vibration, start with gratitude. And I'll leave them with that.
With that being said, L.O.T.S approved media. Till next time, you guys, and we out.